Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse. It's Meta Monday.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you all for joining us. First off, what is Masters of the Metaverse? Masters of the Metaverse is big damn heroes. Big damn heroes like Dr. Jenica Clarkson.
Yes.
That swarm form. Everything else she's got. We've got Aquamarine.
Meow meow.
We've got Thomas, everyone's real favorite AI. And we've got Crash Jackson. And then, of course, you're stuck with me, but hey, things could be worse. Our Patreon results for the poll are in, and they are as follows. Listen closely, guys.
Okay.
Chris Odie,
Yo!
+9 to a roll, and +30 hit points.
Yay!
They like you. They really like you.
So pretty.
Christian,
Yeah!
+7 to a roll, and +20 hit points.
Nice, I'll take it. +7.
Vanessa,
Yes.
+6 to a roll, and +30 hit points.
Awesome. Thank you.
And Sarah,
Thank you.
+6 to a roll, and +30 hit points.
Thank you, Chet.
And me, I get +2 and +20 because you all hate me. I know.
Aw.
It's okay.
No.
I don't blame you. I hate me too.
Oh.
Since Jenica now wants to talk to you about that a little bit and help you with your feelings.
I only have one. Just the one.
Just the one feeling. Oh,
Just
that
the-
makes it
It's
simpler.
called hatred.
That makes it simpler.
I would also take a moment to thank some very special Zoe and Patreon followers. Kiwi Penguin,
Ooh,
thank you.
thank you, Chewy Penguin.
Kiwi penguin.
Kiwi Penguin, thank you.
I wanted it to be
Jeff
Chewy.
Whaley, thank you. And Emily Roos, thank you.
Thank
Now,
you.
this show and all of our other Zoe shows are completely funded by fans like you.
Thank you.
And we couldn't do
Thank
any of these
you.
shows without you. And we'd
Thank
like
you,
to
fans
do
like you.
lots and
Thank you,
lots
fans
more.
like you.
So maybe tell your friends or
We
your
heard you.
friends' friends, that random person you see at the bus stop, your barista, I don't
Bartender.
know. Yeah, whoever. Bartender, your preacher.
Yeah.
Tell everyone.
If they're the same person, find a different religion.
No.
Or
let's
not.
Keep that religion.
Hashtag hack attack, same rule as last 2 weeks. Whoever finishes chooses.
Oh, that's
One
cool.
banana.
+1 banana.
Oh,
I love bananas.
thank
That's
you
really
guys.
cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
And speaking of things along those nature, I believe we have a waffle today.
Oh, that's correct.
Yummy.
This is, hold on.
I was going to do that.
Surprising.
We do have a waffle
I said,
today.
"Yeah,
Today's waffle.
And I believe he's in chat
Oh,
watching
wow.
right now.
Who is it?
Yes.
I don't want to say his name wrong, but Arden with
Okay,
an
yeah,
SC.
yeah.
It's
So,
Arden.
Remember the new verse build up. That hashtag hack attack.
Oh,
Ooh.
thanks.
All right.
Hashtag.
Okay.
Yes. That name right there.
I see. Okay, so
Arden's.
I always say a Radin SC.
So
Radin
this
SC.
is
Okay.
once again, this is a waffle about tabletop world building. Something we almost everybody at the table has a little bit
we're on.
of
We're all on
experience
now,
at. Yeah, everybody here has done
Aye,
this.
professional.
This was written by our very own tactical operations matrix himself, Mr. James Durham,
Ooh.
who
Yes.
still does not want to sing.
Not
Not
yet.
happening.
But
they
since
made
he
me.
has been,
Oh, have him Rex Harrison it sometime.
oh, don't worry, that's in the works. But since he has agreed to be game master for the next several episodes, I decided I would do it for him. But he did write the waffle,
Nice.
That's awesome.
which means I don't know it very well, but I'll give it a shot. It's the tabletop role-playing game world-building theme song.
Yes.
That's the name of. That's fine. We're gonna work on titles later. That's okay. You can spend a lot of time building a world with adventure hooks and places there within. You can make an NPC that is just as real as me. You can draw out city blocks from end to end. But your players will just set it all on fire. Spend all their murder and you see. No matter what you make, you know that it's just gonna break. And they won't care how much time you give. Because you know they're just a bunch of murder hobos. And roleplay doesn't have an E. And though it isn't nice, they just to EXP. So don't put too much thought into building worlds or populating them with memorable NPCs. Because you know they're gonna die, and your world's just gonna fly, just so they can level up this week.
That's inspiring. That's what got us all into GMing, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you kidding? We've let hundreds of people mess with our games tons of times.
Them.
This is true.
Yeah, these guys. Hey,
Oh,
guys.
for the XP. The what? The XP. The what?
The XP. On a more serious note, I do want to take the time to say something. We lost someone as a community today of gamers and nerds and geeks and comic book fans and things of the like. And I want to take a moment to thank a very special person. His name was Stanley Lieber. He was the son of immigrants from Romania and a United States Army veteran from World War II. He was a visionary. He was an inspiration to all of us. You might better know him as Stan Lee. He was the editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics. He created characters that inspired everyone, showed us all a better way, showed us that one person really could make a difference. Stan celebrated our differences, all the diversity and the creative spirit within every one of us. And I truly believe when he said the words, "With great power comes great responsibility," he intended them for all of us, because we have great power in the lives of our loved ones, our friends, our coworkers, and in the world around us. And with it, a great responsibility to use that to better the lives of the people in the world around us. Stan would want it that way. Excelsior, sir. Now, in our last episode, Bruno rescued Crash Jackson and Aquamarine. And by the end of it, they had met up with Dr. Clarkson in a garage in Canada, about to set out on a road with a modified trailer filled with metapods pulled by a Winnebago.
As you do.
And that's precisely where we're going to restart in just a moment. Credits, please.
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the Metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.
Welcome back. We find our heroes aboard the modified trailer pulled by Roboco. Its interior replaced with metapods, distinctly different from those we have previously seen. Before our current journey began, Bruno had departed their company, claiming to be on another mission for this anonymous fellow. But not before wishing you all good luck and spending a few quiet moments with Crash.
Aww.
Once on the road, you hear the voice of Patrick over the intercom. So to the left, we have America. To the right, we got the rest of Canada. And ahead, wherever the fuck I want to... Oh, Mom, sorry, the language. I know. Where was I? Oh, yes. So you got them fancy doohickeys in the back. Supposed to take you somewhere or whatnot. I don't know, it's all shite to me. Anyway, the boss said to leave you a message. It's on some kind of weird thumb drive back there. Couldn't crack it. Says only that Thomas fella can open it. Anyway, we'll be stopping for gas in a few hours. The head back there still works. And as long as she stays in the Winnebago form, Mom here can power your doohickeys. So that's about that. Thank you for driving Lenowitz Kelly Cruise Lines.
What did that man say?
I caught 5 words.
All of them.
The head
curse
still
words,
works.
Yes.
None of them were connected.
I think We have metapods in a bathroom we can use.
And there's a thumb drive, and I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome.
I think he meant thumb drive.
Oh,
But he
would
did say
seem
Tom.
logical.
Yeah.
that sounded way
Thomas.
That would have been way cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Jenica, you missed the best helicopter fight.
There was a helicopter fight.
Yeah, we got chased by helicopters on the bridge.
At least twice that I can recall.
It was pretty cool. It was very epic.
Well, that's
We
good.
missed you, though.
I almost got killed too.
What?
It was upsetting.
What happened?
You do
Patrick.
seem more emotional than usual.
Patrick?
I know. Patrick saved me. The crazy
Oh.
guy on the intercom.
He saved you?
He's nice, but he talks super dumb.
Well, it has a certain charm. But
Thank you.
no, I was in some tight spot, and there were many goons, and
Like the backseat of a Volkswagen?
not like that. No.
Everything.
And anyway, he came at a very convenient time and had this delightful Winnebago. And
The Robopol.
yes, whatever it is. And I think it's a person because Patrick was talking to it like it was a person. But
He very much does, and every time he starts to curse, it honks at him and flashes the lights.
okay, he called it Mom.
Yeah.
All right. There's something I could dive into there, but I'm not going to. So
Is it Freudian?
I think so. Yes.
I had this feeling.
Yeah.
Because we're inside.
Because we're inside of his. Anyway.
Inside of.
So anyway, I'm glad that I got saved and not killed, and I'm glad you are also saved and not killed.
I'm so glad that we were saved and not killed, and I'm glad that you were saved and not killed too.
Yeah,
Everybody did really good.
that's good. How did you do?
Thomas killed helicopters.
Thomas killed
Oh,
helicopters.
it was so cool.
Oh, and like at least
Technically,
9
yes.
guys.
9 guys.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It was explosive.
I can imagine.
I've never seen Thomas kill so many people. It was pretty impressive.
How do you feel about that?
In honor of Stan Lee, we should remember to face front true believers #cool rule.
Oh, thanks, chat.
Thank you very much, Chad.
Awesome. Thank you.
How did you feel about the killing of people?
To be perfectly candid, emotionally and intellectually, it seemed to be remarkably natural.
Interesting.
What about when you make them make out?
What?
Well, we did the thing together, and they.
A point of clarification: we were not engaged in some action together.
Basically, 2 SUVs full of dudes. Right before they all died horribly, just randomly started making out with each other.
They were seduced and then manipulated into making out with each other because it was so hot.
It's quite possible that our time together as metapilots has, how shall I put this, caused a bit of bleed between our individual powers and/or just personalities.
What does that mean? That
What?
you're bleeding between
What?
personalities?
I didn't quite feel like
Like you're on
myself
the
in that
same
moment,
cycle?
but whatever happened,
Ah.
it was effective.
Interesting. Well,
It was a cool
The metaverse is
thing.
here now.
got it.
rule.
I understand. Oh, I was suspecting that.
The metaverse is here now.
Yes. Oh, that is more things that we could dive into, but
Actually, Dr. Clarkson, while you're here, I don't know if this is the moment to bring it up, but I have been thinking to myself that I would appreciate if you had some time to engage in some conversation about my transition into this incorporeal, non-physical. Being dead is different, and I don't know that I've really spent much time, what's the expression, unpacking it. I thought it might be useful to have a conversation with you about it at some point.
generally speaking, it's not wise to have therapy with your friends, and I consider us at least colleagues at this point. But I could make an exception since you don't seem to make any strange attachments or.
This is true. Additionally, I'm not quite sure there would be any other therapist who would be capable of having the conversation without quite likely passing out from shock.
Indeed, I accept your terms. Perhaps sometime we could find a moment to do that.
Excellent.
Mac has not left your side.
Oh yeah, my friend. How's he doing?
He's very quiet, and he's been very happy since Thomas arranged for him to get those Archie comic books.
Are you
Oh, that's
hungry? I asked him. Is there food around?
Oh yeah, you've got plenty of
Okay.
road food that Patrick would buy, so none of it's good for you. But
Ooh,
you know,
hostess pie.
Onions.
Okay, give
Yeah.
him. I
the junk
drop
food
a bunch
section
of.
in the local store was cleaned out.
Who
Oh,
is
wow.
this?
We saved him. He's very important. He's the brother of someone that used to work for me.
Oh.
And he's here.
A
He was
cult?
trapped for like
For reasons that we do
15
not
plus
quite
years?
understand,
Yeah.
he was detained by
How old
the...
is this person?
well, he's
Mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
but
okay.
he's mentally like he's 12.
Okay.
Hard to say for sure.
All right.
It's not
More
very
work for me.
communicative.
He's super
He's not very
sweet.
communicative.
Okay.
Though he seems to get along really well with Crash
Uh-huh.
and follows Aquamarine like a puppy.
Okay.
We're pals.
And he's quite a
Yeah.
fan of Archie comics, as you can see.
I got it. All right.
And they
He's
did
got
save
a-
his life.
Well, of course.
We saved his life. Yeah.
We had to.
Yeah, and there was a note that we found inside his holding area
His cage.
from him
Okay.
to his sister, Maddie, who is the person who chose my bodyguard, my best bodyguard.
Oh, okay.
So,
Bruno gave me a gun.
and
Oh, that's
that
great.
happened too.
Can I see it just for a moment?
Oh, it works.
I know. Can I see it just for a
It
moment?
goes in my holster unless I'm going to use it. I just wanted to show it to you.
But were you using it?
Yeah, I was using it to show to you.
Ah, okay.
Did you want me to shoot it? I can shoot it.
No, I really don't.
no,
Keep that
Crash,
right
it's
in
cool.
there.
She saw it.
Thanks. I saw it.
It's to protect everybody.
It is interesting to me the degree of psychological stress that Crash holding a firearm caused for both of you, given his ability to literally rip a tank in two.
Things are scary.
It's true.
You know, when you think about it,
Anyway.
the gun's so I don't hurt anybody.
So these pods look different than the other ones.
We can unpack that later as well.
We could. I have lots of fun packing to do. So the pods, yes, they're
They
different.
do look a little different.
Are they smoother? What? How are they?
They're
Are they
smaller.
smoother?
Clean lines.
Definitely smaller.
Smaller.
Oh. Do they look
They're not as bulky.
rougher? Oh, not as bulky. Do they
No.
look like
They're brand new, but also sort of cobbled together. Less professionally built.
Oh, okay.
Is there anyone
less-
else around that we could ask about these pods?
We do have an
Patrick?
intercom system to the cab.
Ah, fantastic. Mr. Patrick, was it?
What is it?
These metapods that we see.
Oh yeah, the doohickeys.
Yes, exactly. The
I have
doohickeys.
no idea how they work.
Excellent. The doohickeys in question, where did you obtain them?
Well, I got the plans. Anonymous sent them to me.
And then you built them.
Well, Robopo built them, really. I'm not much of a builder.
Tell me again about Robobo.
Robopo.
Robocal.
She can build damn near anything.
or Bopal?
Robopal.
Like
Hey, she
Bopal.
can even power too. She's got
Robot
this.
Opal.
Robotic.
She's got this thing in her chest called the Allspark. Makes it so she can run these metapods like nobody's business.
So we just have to ask.
You just hop right in them. I guess they
just-
work. Whatever they're supposed to do. I don't know what they do.
Could we drive them? Like say where we
Wait, did
want
your
to go?
robot tell you that she has an Allspark?
Yes.
Do you know?
Do
what
you
it-
know that that's from Transformers?
What's
What
it-
is she powering with them? Energon?
I
Dilithium
don't know.
crystals.
But she says as long as she stays in the Winnebago, she can keep them pods online and running.
Oh, well, she should stay in the Winnebago.
Yes. I want to go look
She
at the
is
pods.
the Winnebago.
More than a little concerned about this
I am
conversation.
really hoping that Thomas takes a moment to use his knowledge banks not only open that thumb drive, but also do a quick search on Maddox McFerrin. Just because.
An excellent idea has been implanted in my head.
Excellent. I just got an excellent.
Did you
idea.
just get hacked again?
No.
I did.
That's such a brilliant idea, though.
The problem with being in some ways one with the internet is that you are prone to the occasional DDS attack. No, DD.
You're attacked by dentists?
Yeah, I always
I
forget
always
that.
knew that they would do that.
It's true.
Come at you with drills,
OS.
laser flosser.
You're talking about one of his recurring nightmares.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be okay.
So the pods in question, are they intended to be used by us at some point?
Are they powered by Energon?
I think it's in the letter. He said there's a letter or something on the thumb drive.
The
Oh,
thumb drive.
we gotta
Oh,
get
Do we
that.
know
correct.
where that thumb drive is? You just said it was back here.
But it's back there somewhere. I mean, it's
Great.
hard to find.
I'm going to search for the thumb
I
drive.
spent an hour trying to crack it. I just couldn't do it.
So
But like it's.
Oh, damn.
I'm looking for the thumb drive.
You find a thumb drive.
Excellent.
Pretty permanent.
Thomas, can you please deal with the thumb drive?
Deal with it. Deal with it. Take it.
If you would just please plug it into
There's a laptop available for you to plug it right in.
Perfect.
It looks like the same laptop that Patrick Fellow spent an hour trying to crack his way into the thumb drive.
Crack.
Porn comes up first, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, right away.
While I have managed to find some rudimentary ways to interact with physical objects, it is much simpler if we use the technology available for this sort of interaction.
You don't have a plug in you.
Not that I'm
He
aware of.
doesn't have a body. He's just a light image. Yeah.
I've been thinking about this of late and doing some conjecture. I think it might actually be some, almost a form of, for lack of a better way of putting it, sentience in the electromagnetic spectrum. I'm not quite sure if this is correct or not, but it's my current working theory.
Neat.
In a way, living light. Not exactly, but good enough for layperson terms.
Living light.
Do you need me to do anything to the laptop?
Proximity to Thomas unlocks the thumb drive.
Ah, excellent.
I did things. I didn't.
You were the part
Good
of it.
job with your
There's only one thing on that thumb drive.
Just this?
Just that.
Ah. Pardon me.
Appears to be a notepad document.
Dear Thomas, I regret that I am not able to converse with you in person, so to speak, but I am currently occupied assisting the other pilots in their endeavors. But fear not, our paths will cross when the time is right. It will take a great deal to accomplish this. There is a great and terrible danger approaching, and I have been unable to ascertain the exact nature of this threat, but I am certain of its imminent arrival. I believe I have found a way to prevent it and end all of this bloodshed and violence. But I need your help. Located within various metaverses are, quote, anomalies, things that do not belong. Each represents a part to a whole. Once combined, these can be utilized to stop any impending threat to the metaverse. You and your allies must find these anomalies. Pardon me, buffering.
Use your attributes hashtag Danica Buff Excelsior.
Thanks, chat.
Nice.
Nice.
You will be joined by others in your search when they can reach you, but for now, you are on your own. I have no way to convince you of the validity of any of these claims, Thomas, and no way to inspire your trust. All I can say to that effect is this. Through my guidance, many innocent lives have been saved time and time again, and I will do all I can to ensure that as many as possible can be saved. Please help me, Thomas. Please help yourself. Please help your friends. Please help the countless innocent lives across the metaverse at risk. Sincerely yours, T.O.M. Period presumed.
Doesn't that just spell Tom?
Correct.
Huh.
Interesting.
Is he your friend?
I do not believe I know any Tom.
Other than yourself.
No, my name is Thomas.
Right.
That's true. His name is Thomas. It's different than Tom.
Coincidence, maybe. Okay, anomalies.
So, like season 3 of Legends of Tomorrow.
Or this cat my roommate had in college.
Mm-hmm.
Named Anomaly?
Yeah. This big, fluffy orange cat.
I'm not quite sure what to make of this letter.
Well,
Okay.
apparently there's dangerous things happening in metaverses around us.
Well, we just have the claim of one anonymous letter and an anonymous USB. And
Oh, it's not
random-
anonymous. It's from TOM.
Correct.
Patrick, did Anonymous give you the thumb drive?
No, not exactly. He told me where to get it.
Okay.
Where did you get it?
I stole it.
I feel like I'm talking to the car when he talks.
Well, it's the intercom.
Who did you steal it from?
It was just in a Staples store. It was in the package and everything.
What?
In a Staples store in the package.
I don't know what he means.
Oh, there's like a big box store that sells
Apparently
office
he
equipment.
shoplifted, which is a crime, Patrick.
Yeah, what's your point?
Don't. It's okay. Don't like we murdered so many people yesterday.
I
that
believe
feel-
all of that would have, to some degree, counted as self-defense.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they were trying to.
Like, even if it's just 16 counts of manslaughter.
You know, that's what I always say. It's always self-defense. Every time.
Depending on the state, I'm
every
fairly
time,
certain we
Patrick.
could have gotten
Every
away with
time.
it.
Every time.
I mean, we did. Unless they come after us to catch us. Because we're fugitives.
We're in Canada now.
Right. They don't know who we are in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, we went
I'm
to
in
Canada.
another country right now?
Yeah, we're in Canada.
Wait, what?
Yep. Remember?
Does Canada
The sign?
upset you? Do you have an issue with Canada?
Is there?
Well, just nobody told me we were going to another country. I didn't even study.
I do believe you will enjoy it, Crash.
Here's the laptop. Info on Canada. Here's the Wikipedia article.
Oh,
on
no,
Canada.
no. You can't trust Wikipedia or the internet when it comes to this. You have to go Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick.
It'll tell me everything I need to know.
Given what I know of you and our time together, Crash, I'm quite certain that you will enjoy Canada, the poutine in particular.
I like protein.
Oh, it's a dish.
Yes, it is protein rich.
It has cheese curd on French fries.
That sounds like cheese.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yep. It's a good texture.
So far, this country has funny cheese. What language
cool.
do they speak? Is it just English? They have French also, right? What if somebody talks French at me? I don't know French.
I do.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Effectively, I do as well.
Wow.
You're good to go on the languages front.
Plus, they have donuts and coffee.
Okay.
And their police officers wear funny hats.
Are they a nuclear power?
No.
They're not. No.
By extension.
Is Alpha Flight real?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, that means no. Brian Adams, fake or real?
Fake.
Real.
They're still apologizing.
I mean, one can be argued.
Okay, so a myth.
Thank you.
All right,
Well,
I'm fine now.
Excellent. My impression from the letter is that we are to use these metapods
Nice.
to access some metaverse related to this quest that this
My impression is of Christopher Walken.
We will be joined by others in our search.
Could you do that impression for me, please?
Yes. So are we going into the metapods?
Can you do it right now for me, please?
he is.
He's doing
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. I got confused.
Oh, sorry. I am Christopher Walken. Are we going into the metapods?
That's nice. I could hear the staggering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that
there
too,
it
because
is.
that's what he does.
Thank you, Crash. Thank you, Crash.
I want to go in the metapod.
Wait, before we just jump into the homemade metapods,
Very much homemade.
where we don't know where we're going and have no control over where we're going, and nobody is driving us to where we're going, is there a...
Patrick drives us.
Welcome to Canada, Crash. You won't hear French unless you go to Montreal.
Thank you.
However, Nickback is Canadian. But you swing by Tim Hortons before you go to the
I was afraid to
Metaverse.
bring up the Nickelback.
Hashtag Jackson Butt.
No, I didn't know that.
Thank you, Jeff.
So thank you. That changes everything.
Patrick, can we pull over real quick? I have to take a yes.
Because
What?
we
Because we're in Canada.
only in Montreal.
I have to take a Montreal yes.
I do believe there are facilities in the back of the Winnebago.
They
I
were
know, I just wanted to say it.
I understand now. My apologies.
a
I
crash.
thought it would be very funny.
It was.
Twas.
You guys got some good drugs back there or something. It sounds great.
We ran out
I
of
have
yum-yum things.
Adderall and
You do?
yeah, and I'm not
That's
gonna take it.
fantastic.
It's.
I'll take all of
I
them
was
now.
really
No,
bad about the
no,
Adderall.
we're not taking all the Adderall. No.
What about the diazepam?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
We take medication as prescribed. Crash.
Right, yes.
No.
As prescribed.
As prescribed.
I take everyone's medication.
No. As prescribed.
I do believe there are a few courses of action we could take at present that might be useful in our current endeavors.
Right, we could get a hold of Alpha Flight if they're real.
Correct. Let's table that.
Yes.
We'll put a proverbial pin in it for one moment.
Okay. Take that, Alpha Flight.
First off, might I suggest that I take a moment to examine the metapods and see if the, at least on a technological and a mechanical perspective, that if they do reflect some of the technologies that we have seen before with that sort of device.
If you could just make sure
Really?
they wouldn't like fry our brains, melt our bodies, all that kind of stuff.
I want to also look at them. Do you want me to open the things up for you so you can look inside?
I would greatly appreciate that, as my ability to manifest that level of physical presence is unlikely.
I have wrenches.
The two of you set to work on metapods, and taking it apart, you can see that it's essentially the same as what you experienced, but everything is streamlined. Parts are smaller. Somebody made it more efficient.
Interesting.
I want to take this time to talk with Patrick a little bit. I want to find out just about him. He seems like an interesting character.
Ask him if he knows Maddie.
Do you know Maddie?
No. I heard the name, though.
You said that something about murdering many people. How many people have you murdered, out of curiosity?
I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
I don't want to keep track. It's not important.
Not important. That is an interesting turn of phrase. What is important to you?
Cordite.
He's right. Cordite is very important to me.
What is cordite?
My Winnebago is my
What I smell.
possession.
You smell cordite? What is it?
It's used for explosives.
Smells like burning.
Oh, the Winnebago is explosive? More explosive than a normal car?
She can be if she needs to be, but not when she's in a Winnebago. She's got to stand up to do that.
Because we're Bopal.
Because we're in a robot?
I was looking
They're in a
inside.
trailer being pulled by a Winnebago that he's insinuating is a robot.
Okay, got it. Mhm.
So when I
Sounds
look
like it.
inside the metapods, after when I open them up and he's scanning them, I don't care about the stuff he's scanning. What color is the energy that is going into the? Like, if it's pink or blue, I'm gonna worry. Like, is it?
It's blue.
Okay,
Why are you worried about the energy color?
because that's not how electricity works.
With color?
It's very much not how electricity works.
No.
What's powering these things is not a standard power source.
That
No.
makes
in
so
any way,
much
shape, or
sense.
form.
Look at it. It's pink. It's energon from the Transformers. It's completely fake.
I am not sure how to respond to that. That said, what
It
assessment I
shouldn't
can do
work.
of the technology does indicate that everything
Yes.
else fits what we have become accustomed to in a regular
Right,
metapod.
but that means Patrick's Transformer is really a Transformer.
Well, given some of the insane things that we have run into over the past few years, I have learned that it is dangerous to rule out any possibility until proven otherwise.
I agree.
Yeah,
But I mean,
it makes sense that it might be a real transformer. It just doesn't sound crazy, but I'm interested as to why.
it's because the metaverse is here.
With the robot.
No, like in.
Oh, I mean, Winnebago, she wasn't always a robot. She used to just be a Winnebago.
Are you implying that not only have powers crossed over from one world to another, but that some form of crack or other sort of splicing has occurred between metaverses?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I've seen science fiction movies. This can't go well.
Who was with you when the robot happened?
Oh, it was Bruno and Nick.
Nick Krieger?
Nick.
Hi.
Oh.
See?
Wow.
It happens around us.
Not only in us.
Fascinating.
Like we're like that one shiny part of the bubble that's about to break the whole thing.
I don't want to be part of the bubble that breaks the whole thing.
What happens when it breaks?
I don't know. I mean,
Nothing.
Like when we're blended, like when the
robot
world-
Winnebagos. That's pretty neat.
Are you talking about like a blending of all of the metaverses?
No, I mean like
Or that they're real in our reality?
they're becoming. Well, something is. I mean, I don't
That's
see
true.
like a whole bunch of Transformers, but there was one because
It's with us.
The idea of a random encounter with King Teddy somewhere
Wait a
on a
minute.
street corner does concern me more
Or
than a
any
small
one
bit.
of the Sparkle
Pull over.
Princesses.
Okay. The Winnebago grinds to a halt.
I
On a
jump.
highway somewhere in Canada.
I jump out the back of the trailer, go to the front of the Winnebago,
All right.
and start like rubbing the faceplate to see if it's an Autobot or a Decepticon.
What is
It
it?
is the Winnebago insignia.
Oh. That's disappointing. Are you a real Transformer?
Honk, honk, and the lights flash.
I think that was a yes.
or no.
That was a guy with a horn.
It's true, I can
Patrick's
make
not
my
in the
arguments
cab.
as such.
Okay.
Patrick's not in the cab.
No, he's back in the trailer. He's looking for Crash's Adderall.
Oh.
2 honks for yes and 1 honk for no.
I'm not joking. He's actually looking for Crash's Adderall in the trailer.
But it's on.
I'm gonna go back to the trailer and try to.
Someone put it in his pocket.
He's going through everybody's personal
No,
effects.
He
Patrick.
definitely put it in his
Patrick, no.
pocket. I saw that happen.
Patrick, no. Stop.
You can't hog all the good drugs.
No, they're not good drugs. I have access to all the good drugs. I'll give you good drugs later. No Adderall now.
I'm just saying, I think it's finally happening.
That Patrick's gonna be super high while driving us around?
I think Patrick...
Oh, drive! I don't drive. Mom drives.
Oh.
Do you think that discovering the anomalies in the metaverses will help with either stopping this or understanding
Or
it
making
more?
it even more.
Okay.
And then we could have a whole bunch of Transformers.
It does seem
Or
that
other
overall
magic.
this is not a good thing.
No! I don't want a world where there are space princesses and superheroes running amok.
Amok.
I
not
could
like
be
a
a space
robot.
princess or a superhero, but not everybody else needs to be.
Jenica, it's not like it's a robot attack and that they're going to come and just assault everyone. I mean...
Yes, they would.
No, they're robots in disguise, Jenica.
No, not just the Transformers. We're talking about everything. Everything we've ever seen running around without license in our world. Destroying everything.
Not
all the
everything
time.
destroys everything.
We have saved so many things from being destroyed by other things. Those destroying things would be here.
Right.
Destroying things.
So it's a good thing we're here.
Let's go figure out what happens when we discover the anomalies.
So we can stop breaking the world. That'd be good.
Ideally,
This could be considered an anomaly.
This giant robot is an anomaly. We are all anomalies.
we are for sure anomalies.
And yet those particular anomalies, in this case, created a fictional energy source into a real energy source that powers all of these metapods. We should just get in.
And I can explode into 1,000 nanowasps and attack people if I wanted.
I did at some point want to have a conversation with you about that as well. It does seem that you've been remarkably calm about your own expression of personhood.
Yes, I am a person. I have been for a very long time.
Specifically the swarm form I am referring to.
Still a person. Just in little bits.
It does surprise me how little it seems to concern you of the ability to do that.
Janika, do you really think that Bombshell or Eliana would run around and destroy things? Maybe this isn't about the things that destroy. Maybe this is about the people who can stop those things. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you. I was actually thinking of the villains in those worlds, but yeah.
I do not think I need to see a world in which Dr. Migraine is running around.
Right?
Well, what if he's just walking around?
What if he's already walking or running around?
He could be here already, too.
True.
Let's go stop this.
Let's go stop this.
Yeah, let's go stop this.
Before we do,
big damn
Patrick,
Hi.
if you could please explain a little bit more of what you know of this quote-unquote anonymous.
He pays me a fuckload of sorry, Mom, sorry. He pays me a lot of money.
So you do know that this anonymous is gendered he?
I guess that's what Nick said and Bruno.
So have they met anonymous?
No,
Spoken to anonymous?
I don't think so.
Disappointing. Is there anything beyond the anonymous nature of your interactions with anonymous, I apologize for the redundancy in that sentence, that comes to mind? Anything that has been interesting or odd or otherwise
He
stood
paid
out?
us to work with the Nick fella, and then I helped some other fellas at that Project Metaverse building.
The what?
What were their names?
That was the video game.
Bruno was there, and there was this other fella, Cole. We worked with him a little bit. They left behind some John Stone fella. He did not make it.
Oh, man. Cool.
So you said you heard of the name Maddie. Have you heard of the name
Oh, yeah.
Maddox McPherson?
When we were doing some research, Nick and I, the Maddox McFarlane, her name pointed out, she's one of the Project Metaverse pilots.
What?
Yeah, in their show.
Is
You
she
know,
okay?
They took the stream off the air a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Did you say that's
are
John Stone, who I do recall we interacted
Oh,
with
yeah,
in the
yeah. I
past?
didn't meet the fella, but he was working with...
You said he
Bruno.
didn't make it?
But
Make it
I
what?
guess he stayed behind in the Project Metaverse building. His brother was in there. He was one of the pilots. He was trying to rescue him from these program guys. But it was all a cluster.
Was Cole an
It was all a chaos.
Is Cole mean Englishman?
Yeah, I calls him an Englishman.
Oh. Cole's a bad man.
Cole?
Yeah, we were at the Project Metaverse building.
Is that where we were? Is that where we saved? No.
No.
My dad knew a Cole.
No.
He wanted to get his brother Eli out. Eli was one of them pilots too on their show, their Project Metaverse show. They go into the different worlds in the VR and then they explore and when they killed them little fuzzy creatures, that was great.
They were told that it was a game. They don't know that it's real.
And who is the?
I'm still not sure this Metaverse shit is real. Oh, sorry, Mom.
My apologies, Dr. Clarkson. It does appear that we've forgotten to inform you of this. We did recently learn that Jebediah and some others are involved in some sort of project, Project Metaverse, a show, series, game show of some sort, in which a competition of sorts has been devised to either create more metapilots or in some form explore other realities. The participants appear to believe that they are involved in some sort of high-end virtual reality system. However, based on what we know, and based on the creation of more pods, etc., the odds seem good that that is not the case.
Crash seemed upset about. I thank you for the recap. Crash, what's
What?
going on?
Nothing?
Nothing. You got really upset when he said something about somebody named Cole.
You shouldn't be working with Cole.
Cole, I didn't hear the part about Cole. Can you repeat what's going on with this person you don't like?
Cole's a bad man.
Okay, and what was his part in all this?
I don't know. I didn't see him. I just know he's bad.
Or Patrick.
Patrick mentioned him. What did Patrick say was about Cole?
That he was there.
There where?
In the
He was in the Project Metaverse building. He was
Oh.
hired too.
Then
Bruno.
everybody's probably dead.
Oh. Okay.
My dad didn't like Cole either.
Okay. Did you know him or just heard about him from your dad?
I knew him.
You knew him.
We should go to the Metaverse.
Okay.
I'd like to run one quick search first.
Okay.
Tagging anything related to Project Metaverse and the acronym TOM.
You don't find anything on TOM but a flood of Project Metaverse videos, information. There's dozens and dozens of videos up where they talk about how it's a virtual reality experience in a game, and they show these pilots in their perspectives. To you know as being metaverses, but to them and the way they're describing it, it's a virtual reality game.
And when we see the videos, it looks like what we've done.
What you've experienced, but in different worlds.
Mm-hmm. Except for the one.
And player knowledge question, we see nothing there indicating anything to do with Tom.
No.
Okay.
Very little of anything references such person.
One of the pods is wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Jebediah. Thriller. Interesting.
All right, are we ready? Can we please fix the world?
I'd like to offer one conjecture that I don't know how it's relevant.
Oh, that seems perfect then.
Exactly. That the anonymous who has been in contact with Patrick and Bruno and some of these others who we've met is the same as this Tom.
Well, that certainly jives for me. They both pay Patrick. Patrick's been getting paid by the same guy. If he left that for you, then we know Anonymous and Tom are probably the same or work for the same.
Similarly,
Have
Tom
some connection.
is an acronym, as evidenced by the periods in the name. It makes me curious as to what this refers to and where we might find out more about it. Running a search stream for any and all acronyms of TOM is unlikely to be helpful.
Did you watch the first episode
Of?
Project Metaverse?
Well, you just told me that
There's
we did
various
5
videos. You didn't watch all of them all the way through. Just little bits, pieces of scrambled information here. There are full
start
videos
more-
if you want to sit and watch an episode.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Someone named Tom does appear in an episode you watch. He is wearing a Hawaiian shirt. He is somewhat reminiscent of yourself.
And Crash has watched the show?
Somewhat reminiscent of you. You've seen the show?
Yeah.
When?
I watched it on the internet.
On the show, he appears
We were
to
at
be
the
a
safe house for
friendly
2 months.
source of advice and information
then I must
about
have
the worlds
watched
they're
it.
in.
Tactical Operations Matrix.
This is more concerning than I have the words or emotional capacity to describe.
In the episode you watch, it seems like they ask him about their environment and the things they can do for points.
He does look a little like you, I guess.
Vaguely.
I mean, he's, a white guy.
Yeah, another white guy with glasses and facial hair. I mean, Wait a minute.
And Maddox McFerrin was
She's
on
one
the
of
show.
your bodyguards, and she is on the show. She's one of the characters on that show. One of the pilots.
And I just found this out
Yes, very
just recently, so I hadn't seen the show before.
Well, there's the mean guy that always talks to me at the gaming events.
Yes, there's another guy on the show. It's a Robert Munson, also known as Brony Robbins.
You recognize that guy?
Yeah, he always calls me names.
Why?
I don't know.
Esports gamer.
Jenica, do you recognize anyone?
I guess because I'm a noob.
You actually recognize one of the cast straight away.
Who?
Wyatt Maxwell. He was a patient of yours in prison.
Oh. No, I don't recognize anyone.
Can I roll something to
Oh, you absolutely
detect
can.
motive? There's no
What are you gonna try and roll over there? Tell me what you got.
Persuasion? Maybe persuasion?
You
to
could
ask?
try to persuade her,
I
but
have-
I'm
yeah.
not so sure that
I
would
have
work.
mind
Street
shield.
sense? What about street sense?
I have mind shield and I have street sense, but you do.
No, mind shield only protects against actual
Give me a
psychic
street
attacks,
sense
yeah.
roll. You might know that she's not telling the whole
Rolling
truth,
12s
but there's
right
not
now?
much more you can get out of that. Perhaps you know she's lying. Yep. Perhaps
Well,
she's
no,
lying.
actually, you're all.
Oh, you actually should be all pilot.
We're all pilot right now.
We're not in the metaverse, so
When do we go?
Soon.
it's kind of on you.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
You
So I
know
beat it
that
by
she
2.
is hiding something, and that's about all you know for sure.
I rolled a 9, so got that.
Just know she's hiding something.
Okay, well,
Either that or something on that show made her really, really uncomfortable, which is also very believable considering the conversations you just had.
well, it's interesting that I and Crash and Thomas and maybe Jenica have connection to these people. That's very disconcerting.
You understand doctor-patient confidentiality, correct?
Oh, that's where you can't tell
Yeah.
if I have herpes.
Very chaotic neutral over here.
If you
No, I'm quite certain you don't, Crash.
No, because I know how you get it now. I saw several films, and I guarantee you, I do not have it.
an ounce of prevention is very good, Crash.
It can lay dormant. Anyway.
I think he has this in hand.
Okay, well, it's...
Yes, he does.
It's more of a tablespoon of prevention.
The Project Metaverse information is disturbing, but I know we have to get into the
Can
pods.
we please go to
Yeah,
the
we're
Metaverse,
moving on.
please?
I'm moving us on right now.
You climb
right
into
along.
the homemade pods, hoping that you don't explode into a million pieces.
Right.
Do they require skin-to-skin contact? It
No,
doesn't matter.
no.
I got no clothes on now.
Crash strips naked.
After folding, I have to fold all the
This clearly makes Mac uncomfortable. He
Oh,
hides in the
yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah,
during
yeah,
this
that's
Oh my
process,
gosh,
so-
Mac!
Is he going
Where
to come
can
with
Mac
us?
be?
Absolutely not, but he's going to camp out next to your Metapod.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Given
He's
the
got
su-
Archie to keep him
Given the
And
company.
lots
supply
of
of Archie
snacks.
comics,
And you
you
make
can,
sure
you should be fine.
You make sure Patrick feeds you.
There's
It'll
piles
be
of junk
okay.
food in the RV. Mac's set.
Somebody,
No, good food. Once a day.
somebody hide the Adderall.
Something with vegetables.
I've got it. Don't
So you
worry.
can push them off of your plate and say you ate them.
I don't mind if you eat your vegetables, Mac.
You have to pretend.
No.
I find the Adderall and put it with me in my pod.
Man, I'm glad I kicked that habit years ago.
Before we make use of the pods, I'd like to commandeer the laptop and start running searches on it for this Tom, etc. Like
Get a
all
little
of-
more clips of video.
I'm
of him
sure
in
that
the
I won't
show.
find much, but I just want it to keep searching while I'm
The
in.
little information you get is apparently he was an AI program that was supposed to benefit the pilots in the video game. Sort of a tutorial that could go with the people who play the virtual reality experience. That's the way they advertise
Right.
it.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like as a player action before anything, I want to throw.
He seems like the
I want to try and
running,
make it
breathing
start running for
tutorial.
that, and then also for anyone related to the tech end of things.
There's hosts of names
Oh, I
in
know.
gaming
See, that could be enough to find,
but
but
almost all of it traces back to military contracts.
Interesting.
Again,
You should check out Jebediah too.
Yes.
That's going to take some rolls from you. His files are pretty well sealed up.
Don't need to right now. It could be a side thing for later.
Just have the search going while we get in.
Compiling data on Jebediah.
Anything along those lines.
Okay.
Thomas seems very
Disturbed.
disturbed during this.
I would be
Are you
too.
okay?
I don't know.
I know, it's weird.
I don't either. That's why I asked.
We're gonna figure it out. Why
Yes.
that guy kind of looks
What
like
concerns you, Thomas? What are you afraid of?
My own existence is confusing.
Improbable.
Correct. And yet here I am.
With a transformer and three superheroes.
Exactly. Given the rampant number of unlikely, statistically improbable occurrences that needed to occur for me to be in this form, my assumption has been that it was a unique experience, and or that I would be... The existence of this Tom concerns me greatly. I would like to know more about him, so to speak, as well as meet him someday.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think.
Is he in the metaverse? Because we could meet him there.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not in that way.
But he sent the plans for these pods to Patrick.
Most likely.
And the transformer built them. Assuming because Tom paid Patrick. Because he loves money.
Assuming for a moment
And crack.
that Anonymous is Tom, and that
Both
Anonymous...
statements are true.
And we know that Anonymous was involved in the building of these metapods. We know that Tom's background is connected to a project of which we are most likely not
But so are we,
simpatico.
Thomas.
Correct.
So are you.
But we did leave it.
You didn't leave it on purpose.
Correct.
I think we can solve all of these problems once.
Well,
we...
maybe he's just like you, but not. He didn't get to leave because nobody shot him.
Perhaps.
Anyway, he seems nice.
It seems logical to me that whatever we are about to embark upon is not necessarily in our long-term best interests, and yet I do not see any alternative but to embark upon it.
I think it is in our long-term best interest to understand what is going on and how we can fix it.
I want to save the metaverse.
I feel like that's the conclusion we've made
Agreed.
every time we decide to do something. What you just said right there.
Like, I guess yesterday I didn't want to save the metaverse because we were supposed to wait for Tessa, but she's not coming. So let's just go.
We'll meet her some other time.
Get to. I don't know. We got to do stuff.
So be it.
Let's do
I'll
stuff.
blink out and
Climb
be
into
in
the
a pod,
pods.
so to speak.
Surrounded by bright light, you enter the new metaverse of Galaxy Tales. Christian, would you please?
Okay. Yes.
Sorry, AK, we're going right in.
All right.
I hope they stay on the pods the entire episode.
So this is the Galaxy Tales theme song.
I just realized that was the name of it.
Space guns, these guys, they never fail. Cause they're the Galaxy Tales. Galaxy Tales.
In this episode of Galaxy Tales, we find Captain Kit Foxman and his intrepid crew on the outskirts of the Great Blue Heron Belt, seeking some well-deserved rest and relaxation from their continued struggle against the dreaded Chameleon Empire. But for our heroes, there is no time to rest. An urgent message from Commodore Crowley has just come in, and Captain Kit and his crew are needed once more. You find yourselves in anthropomorphic bodies, distinctly animated, and just hearing a theme song and a narrator speak.
So we heard all that stuff you just said?
Yes, absolutely. I would like you to take a moment and describe yourselves to our watching audience.
You got the sheet.
Oh, that's true. So I'm going to pass it down so you can go first.
Oh, yes.
What is your anthropomorphic form and what is your name? Tell us all at home.
I am Professor North, the polar bear. I am very smart, but kind of clumsy. And if I get mad, bad things happen.
Professor North!
Professor North.
I am Captain Kit Foxman. And week after week, I'm always on some adventure or another. And really, that's my whole shtick. I'm a captain, and I'm always in trouble. But I'm very, very clever because Foxman.
Foxman. I don't know what
Hey,
everybody
James,
else is.
if you could slide your stand over a bit this way. No, your stand.
Oh, right. She's going.
I think it's back.
She's
of that.
going.
There you go. Or maybe it's on that
How
one. It's on
long
one or the
ago?
other, I don't know.
Sojourn the sloth. Eternally wise, almost never moving, and slow to reach a decision. Sojourn is the master of Taekwon Slow. Really good listener. Really wise, like I said. I'm the security officer of the ship. What were you gonna say? You were gonna add something? No.
Not a thing.
That's the fastest I'll move from now.
Oh, good.
A rabbit cadabrit! I am Presto! Presto! Who should be in charge of this noble group of adventurers? If it wasn't for Kitman over there, but that's okay. He'll have his time in the sun. Then I'll have mine. I am a fantastic magician, a wonderful producer of elaborate effects. Boof, boof, boof. There's nothing up my sleeve except for this apple. I'm everybody's favorite. And have the best ideas ever.
Our intrepid crew is aboard the Armadillo, a possum class armored transport.
We had it turned into a blockade runner after the last war.
On screen is the tiny canine head of Commodore Crowley. Greetings, Captain Foxman. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt your trip to the belt, but a nearby colony has sent out a distress signal, and yours is the nearest vessel. Could you investigate the distress beacon and provide assistance to the mining colony of Rock Prairie?
Of course, Commodore. We'll get right on it. We didn't want to have a vacation anyway.
No problem, Commodore.
I just literally just said that.
We are happy to assist you.
I told him that. I mean, it's like you weren't even listening.
Rock Prairie has lots of rocks in it. Some are sedimentary, some are more metamorphic, but they are all very pretty, and we could take some geologic specimens home with us.
Where'd you say that was again?
Rock Prairie. It is in the Let me pull my sheet back here. Sorry. The Great Blue Heron Belt.
Presto. Is that a course for, that place that you just mentioned?
I shall set a course for the Great Blue Heron.
Unbeknownst to our heroes, hours earlier, a meteorite struck the mining colony of Rock Prairie, and while no one was hurt, a nearby Chameleon Empire Scorpion-class battleship was in pursuit of the flying object. It has hidden behind a nearby moon while dispatching its elite iguana troops to retrieve the object, forcing the terrified miners into hiding. Detecting the arrival of Captain Foxman and his crew, the iguana soldiers lie in wait, ready to ambush them when they arrive at the colony. Will our heroes detect this deadly trap in time? Stay tuned to find out after these important messages. And then everything goes black and gray and just stops. You can hear a jingle.
Okay.
In the background.
Show of pause. Who else heard the big scary voice in the sky?
And if I understood correctly, we were just notified of everything that lies in wait of our avatars.
So a warship and an ambush.
Yes.
Indeed, it sounded like the narrator of some giant, big, epic thing.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. We are, we're us.
Right, but it sounds like we are part of...
We're technically the biggest heroes in the galaxy.
Right, but it sounds like...
Something doesn't smell right.
Like a story. From my research into literary history, it sounds like a very epic story. Like the Iliad.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
No, it's a book.
I know. I was just messing with you.
Understand, it was a joke. I'm well versed in jokes as well.
Well, Sojourn, my most trusted friend, what shall we do? You're right, maybe we should wait this out.
Yes. Wait.
Excellent. So,
About 2 minutes passes and everything ceases being black and gray. It's all in color again. And your ship is no longer where you started out. You've now arrived at some belt of asteroids. You're just there.
I'm gonna go 2 points, all player, because this will be more interesting if we're one side and the other.
we only have the 2 points.
I know.
So,
2 points are used.
Is that you, Slotha? Do a barrel roll, #meltdown.
Oh no.
Thank you, Chad.
Ooh, thank you, chat. Oh.
I just have this hunch this will be more interesting the more extreme we are on this one.
I love meltdowns.
I'm with you, bud.
Kitman, was it?
Foxman.
Foxman.
Kit Foxman.
Kit Foxman. Excellent. Is there any chance that I do believe that you crashed? Can you? Fantastic. So this would be Mr. Foxman, to whom I am now speaking. Captain Foxman, I do believe.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What is it, Presto?
No problem whatsoever. I do believe I understand some pieces of the situation at hand and the encounter in which we are to embark, and I shall do my best to be your noble Presto magician.
Okay. Good.
Might I suggest from a tactics standpoint that we put up defense shields and possibly drone scouters? Do we need drone scouters? I could make drone scouters real quick.
I mean, if that's what you want to do,
How many do we have on hand?
I figured we had this big asteroid field to hide us, right?
We're hiding. I like this tactic.
Why don't we
There's
just
also
land on one of the asteroids and wait it out? I mean, eventually the ships are going to get tired of waiting in ambush, and by then maybe we could sneak around them. We just go from asteroid to asteroid.
But don't we have to save the miners?
Hey kids, tired of homework? Bored of school? What to do on a Saturday morning? Make sure you tune in to watch the metatastic adventures of Sapphire and Gatling. She seduces and he invents. Their tales on our #MetaPoint.
Fantastically done, Chad.
You have to find
Thank
that.
A whole stack of meta points.
Oh, but how many of them?
5.
I've got 5 currently.
You know what?
One.
Yeah, let's. You're gonna
Just
use
one.
it two.
So 2, 3.
3,
Thank you, Chad.
4.
4. Okay.
Oh! No, this makes a lot more sense now. All right, everybody.
So, am I to understand, Captain Foxman, that you are aware that an ambush awaits you?
Yeah, I heard the big voice in the sky. Everybody heard that, right?
Is that a voice you've normally heard, Captain?
Never before today.
Fascinating. I am excited to see how this how this plays out.
Okay, everybody, you know what to do. This is our part. This is the standard evade the ambush procedure. We just gotta not do anything that is going to attract any attention to our ship whatsoever until we get to the colony.
I go toward my station, I fall down, and probably push some button that makes everything light up.
Yes. You randomly fire ship's weapon systems and
Okay, who just fired the disco cannon?
Sorry.
Professor North has tripped and fallen again.
Oh, boy.
So, Professor North, am I to understand that physical hijinks are something that regularly occur to you?
I am very smart, but I don't have all the control of my limbs that some might consider graceful.
Interesting. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Oh, and so your large size also factors into that clumsiness?
Indeed, sir. Yes.
Okay, I think we found our comic relief character.
And you, Ms. Sloth.
Sojourn.
Sojourn. My apologies, as I have traveled with you through many adventures, and I would never forget your name. It's just me, your old pal, Presto. Excellent. I believe I'm at your disposal, Captain. Oh, wait. I take that back. Captain, I do not think this idea of yours will work.
Since I just fired off the big fancy cannon?
Exactly. A more intelligent thing to do would be to listen to me, Presto, and the amazing idea that I would otherwise suggest.
What's your idea?
I believe that we should instead try to hide.
That was my idea.
Yes. However, Presto would believe, I would believe that I said it in a more leader-ish manner.
Something's off about you, Presto, and I'm not sure what it is. But I'm not sure I trust it. Sojourn, are you asleep again?
It's hard to tell. She's moving a little.
That could be just her in the process of falling down.
That's
Which could take
true.
hours.
It's also true. Sojourn. I think she's awake.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Man, heroin is a hell of a drug.
I know you're in there somewhere, Crash.
I'm the one who crashed, not him.
Oh no.
My apologies.
No, we're gonna do this. Ay, makes me crazy.
And your jowl is just like
Yeah,
go
all over the place.
All over the place when you do that.
And it makes that noise like in cartoons.
When I'm sleeping, the drool also drips really slowly and makes like little.
It
sound
almost
effect
touches the
noises.
floor.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh,
Wanted you to
boy.
visualize that.
Okay. So we're gonna go with Presto's idea and hide.
How I just alerted them to our presence.
Really?
Remember?
Disco cannon, yes. Presto, evasive maneuvers, put up shields. We're going in hot.
Yes, Captain, I shall do that. I think.
The armadillo rolls into a ball, putting up the shields, and sails into the asteroid cluster.
Battle mode.
The largest of these asteroids is Rock Prairie, the mining colony.
That's where we need to go.
In the distance, you can see a small moon.
Wait a minute. That's no moon. Oh no, that's a small moon. Okay.
I think that's probably where they're hiding. Tactically speaking, that would be the best point of attack. I think we should spring their attack, Captain.
Okay, Sojourn, fire the disco cannon at that moon and get it to dance out of the way.
Yes, Captain.
Give me 2d8 as a roll, please. Sojourn.
Today, presto.
Oh wow, okay, it's the same thing. I rolled a 12.
The disco cannon fires, lights up the moon, which then becomes sparkly, beautiful, and sequined, does a beautiful pirouette, and spins out of the way, revealing the massive form of a chameleon empire scorpion.
Fascinating.
Attack
I
battleship.
do believe that firing pattern from the disco cannon looked exactly like the prior time in which the cannon was used.
No, exactly the same.
It should look exactly the same. It is the same scientific mechanism.
Yes, it also
And
did
the same
appear
animation.
to be the same animation sequence to me.
But it should be the same. It is a scientifically based process.
Okay,
it should
I
happen.
see.
The
I figured
same
out your
sequence.
shtick. You're not just the clumsy one. You also have to explain the pseudoscience to us.
That's my job.
All right, no, this is all coming to...
Because we wouldn't learn without explanations.
Oh, Sojourn, my most trusted friend, I still haven't figured out your thing yet. It's just the slow thing, isn't it? Oh, boy.
Those poor miners in the colony below.
We could send... I could whip up a quick rescue drone and send a rescue drone down and save them.
Well, get on it, man!
All right. I just need to calibrate the nanoshell chamber. Hold on. I beat it, I think, by 5.
You construct a drone and send it down to the surface.
It's a rescue drone, so it's gonna blink rescue, 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 so they know.
Do you have it relaying images back to the ship?
Sure. There's obviously video feed on
It's
it.
a mining colony.
Yes.
Set up very traditional prairie dog architecture.
Yes.
They're known for their stacking.
Rescue here, rescue here.
Not a single person do you see on the view screen, but you swear out of the corner of your eye, it's not you might have saw an iguana soldier hiding behind one of those buildings.
I'd like to use my abilities as Thomas to try and enhance the images from her drone without her knowing that I'm doing that.
They're very much just an iguana soldier hiding behind one of those buildings, prepared to ambush.
My drone?
Enhance.
Probably not your drone.
Oh, ambush us.
That's probably what you're thinking.
Okay. There's a soldier that's going to ambush us.
Oh, that seems terrible. Fire torpedoes! Oh, wait, no.
Mining colony?
No, wait, don't fire the torpedoes. We might hit the mining colony.
It's okay. Sojourn is attempting to do it. We still have time to stop her.
All right. We just narrowly saved that colony. Due to our quick reaction time and good decision-making skills. Let's bring it in for a landing. Maybe they'll forget about the ambush and just concentrate on their job, which is probably ambushing us. Okay, new plan. I've got it. Let's go land.
I believe that was your old plan, sir.
Right, but I've thought of something different in the meantime.
What?
A new plan.
Yes, but what?
Yes.
You bring the armadillo in for a landing. The legs splay out, and the belly opens, allowing you to disembark the vessel.
Everybody got their blasters?
Yes. I made a quick...
Yes. I appear to have been outfitted with the smallest of the firearms.
I made a quick...
For which I am very thankful, Captain. I mean, I'll get you for this, Foxman.
I made a quick biaxial ray blaster.
Whoa.
It automatically targets enemy cold-blooded soldiers.
Yeah, that might be a little overkill for this mission.
When it comes to the lizards, there are no overkill.
And you say it homes in on cold-blooded things?
Yes.
But we don't know where the guys are, so just, I guess, fire it randomly over there by the building.
And then it will find them.
Right.
I do that.
Roll 2d10 for me, would you?
11.
Blast fires out, makes an immediate left turn, and you hear a screeching hiss.
Excellent. Cowabunga.
Thank you, Mark.
Cowabunga.
Did you hit it?
Yes, did you not hear the screeching? That happens.
That could have been anything.
Do you think they know we're here? You hear the voice
lizard.
from around one of the corners. Shh, be quiet. We're gonna ambush them.
I shoot again.
I'm curious, Captain. Is this, excuse me,
Another hissing shriek from around the alley. Who keeps shooting me?
is this how most of your encounters progress?
Oh.
You know, I think it might be. No. This is my whole life, near as I can tell. Like, we fly around on the armadillo ship, right? And every time we want to do something even remotely fun that gets us out of actual work, the Chameleon Empire attacks something, and then we have to take care of it.
Chameleons, you said.
The Chameleon Empire, they're lizards.
Cold-blooded killers they are.
Fascinating.
Why?
No reason. I'm quite familiar with this because I'm Presto, your magnificent.
Lizard biology is fascinating.
Did you go full pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's a good thinking. I have a feeling the rabbit would have been annoying.
Go back there eventually. I really want to.
If you say so, guy. So, they know we're here
Well, yes, because I keep shooting them.
from around that corner.
On the
Right.
plus side, they haven't reacted in an aggressive manner.
You just heard the
You
one
should
was
just
who
continue to
keeps
fire.
shooting me was that you heard from one of them. They might be starting to put it together.
Reptile brains are not the most overly advanced.
If I were you, I would continue to fire.
I'm going to.
But they're still around cover. We don't have a... She's the only one who can hit them. Oh, no! What am I going to do with all of these crickets?
Roll initiative.
Oh my god. What am I adding this to?
Add your ACV to it. For you, you're going to use your
6.
Avatar one. Yeah.
Oh, the Avatar one?
Because you're
Yeah,
closer
right,
to
right.
Avatar at the
Yeah,
moment.
but the asterisk one, not.
No, yep,
Not-
you are
'cause I'm
not.
not mad.
Yep, you are not angry yet.
23, 29.
29 for Professor North.
Can I have a...
Yeah, of course.
31.
31 for Presto.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Definitely on pilot side at the moment, or on the Avatar side at the moment. So that's ACV 9 plus 14, 23, 25.
25 for Kit and Sojourn.
20.
20. And I have a 5. They're lizards.
Space is not warm.
Space is not warm. Poor planning on the Chameleon Empire's part.
We shall conquer space.
Excellent idea. Our ships will be made of, well, mostly heaters, won't they?
Actually true. So 35, or 31 is first, so Presto, start us off.
Man, I'm regretting being all. Screw it. I'm gonna burn another point.
All right, meta point used.
Yeah, because I want to have at least a little bit of. This is fun. I felt out of my way for a moment there. Excellent! My moment to shine. I'm so excited. Do I see any of the chameleons?
No, but you know for certain that to the immediate left around a building, that there has to be at least one who has been shot several times.
I will use my monocle's X-ray vision and scanning abilities to see exactly how many of them there are.
There are 20 hidden behind various buildings and doorways.
I will drop
Ready
some
to ambush.
pellets.
Excellently done.
Gross.
Which kind of pellets are you dropping? Just so we're clear.
Those kind.
Okay.
I examined.
I don't know what you mean.
I examined such pellets in one of my biology classes.
I'll use my X-ray vision, see that there's 20, and just go, oh, pellets.
That's what I thought. Those kind of pellets.
Random trade.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh, we are in Freight House Square. Historic Freight House Square.
I continue shooting as it is the most logical thing to do and most effective so far.
Roll again for me.
8.
You hear another hiss and then a loud thump.
Got one.
Ha! Fantastic! Only 19 to go!
Excellent counting. Number sense is a strong...
Get 25.
Yes, I pull out my photon pistol, activate my shield and my pack, and just fly towards danger.
Right over a building top into a group of iguana soldiers. Big, scary, covered in armor.
And I land in the middle of...
And really slow.
Yeah, I land in the middle of them, put up my hands, and say, I surrender unconditionally. And then I let the grenade go.
Give me a heroics roll, please.
My third highest skill. Heroics is 14, that is 13, so I made it!
With a deafening roar, Kit Foxman comes flying back out of an alley, moments before an explosion fills it.
Well, it singed me a little, I'm not gonna lie.
Being near to an explosion.
Staggering out of the alley, their skin blackened and crispy and smoking, are chameleon soldiers.
I suppose we should be impressed by this Foxman.
Oh, see, now that sounds regular to me.
One of these days.
I am impressed.
Yeah, no, that's him.
The physics of the dropping of the grenade and flying out faster
Soldier.
than the explosion is very impressive, actually.
Would you like to do anything?
No one's attacking my friends, right?
Not at the moment. They seem to be attacking everyone else, though.
She's going to fight defensively.
I will hold.
Excellent. Iguana soldiers come pouring out from different alleyways and building tops, attempting to engage you.
Oh, there were more than I counted! This is your fault, Foxman.
Wait, what? Why?
Wait, I should roll on that. I still make my complaining check.
It is some excellent complaining. Top notch. No one complains like Presto. No one.
I've read the histories on complaining. You are very good.
I wrote most of them via various ghostwriters who used other names and didn't credit me.
Because they're asses.
I have 2 successes on Sojourn the Sloth. Will you give me those defensive rolls that only you get to make as Sojourn the Sloth?
Sloths move slowly to conserve energy. They don't have to eat much because they don't move much.
And she is a master of Taekwon Slow.
Yes.
I've rolled a 7.
Beautifully done. Avoiding one of the chameleon soldier's lasers by seemingly not moving, another chameleon soldier is instead struck by said laser. You're not exactly sure on the physics of it, but it somehow works.
Well, you know what we say about physics. Physics be darned.
Darned.
Yes, darned.
So
It's a Saturday morning
nice.
cartoons, kids.
We can say damn if we're talking about a wall to hold water back.
Or beavers.
Or beavers. Beavers are excellent dam makers.
Oh,
Whoa.
beavers.
Whoa. This is for kids.
Yeah, you.
Next thing you're telling me that the dam is full of pianists.
No, they don't like the water. It would warp the wood of the piano.
Who's next?
We're going back to the top of the round with Presto.
There's
I
somebody
would
kidnapping
really,
you to say, "Let go of
really
my
love to
pianist."
burn that rule of cool this round.
What happened?
So we're gonna do the rule of cool this round.
Oh no!
Oh, excellent.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Now, because you won, you don't have to go first.
I
We
will go
reverse.
last.
So that would mean that Sojourn is first gonna tell
Ah,
us
my mind control worked.
what her rule of cool would
Okay,
be.
what's the scene right now?
You have 14 vile, dangerous, evil iguana soldiers attempting to subdue you and take you prisoner.
I very gracefully and without much notice do cartwheels with my giant 5-pointed sloth body over them, pinning them, their little arms, that's what they're called, back to their bodies using my beautiful ninja stars. Just like a little sloth pinwheel. They never knew.
The unseen throwing star disarm.
They will be confused at the end of it. But I won't be.
Kit Foxman,
This is the rule of cool.
this is the rule of cool we are doing right now. So we so far have unseen, disarming, arm pinning ninja star throws with cartwheels.
5-point sloth.
Sloth wheels.
Sloth Death Blossom.
Sloth Death Blossom. So we have Sloth Death Blossom.
All right. So what I was thinking I would do. These are lizards, and there's lots of them.
Iguanas. There's currently 14.
14 iguanas. Well,
Hey kids, here are some interesting animal facts. Beavers don't like muffins, but they do like trees. Sloths don't wear tennis shoes, but they are masters of the martial arts. Polar bears are close friends of Santa Claus. #AquaBuff.
Thank you,
That's
Dad.
Thank you.
that is very, very true.
These are all true things.
I love
Educational show.
it. I'm so excited.
So I am going to break off into a sprint using my anti-grav pack so I can fly very quickly around them, just circling them. But as I do that, I'm going to be stomping on each of their tails.
So they come off.
Right. And then they'll be scared because their tails have fallen off and they'll run away. Because they'll be embarrassed because it's like losing your pants, right? For a lizard, like your tail falling off is bad.
Every lizard.
So
that has
tail
happened.
stomping terror?
Tail stomping terror. I'm taking off all of their tails.
Okay.
I guess that's a tale that won't be told.
I am going to repolarize my antimatter storage tanks that I have in my cargo pant pockets. It's more like cargo chaps because I'm a polar bear and I don't really need extra coverage. But I have my
Cargo
antimatter
chaps.
cargo chaps. And
My sapphire.
and I'm going to repolarize them such that they harness the light of the nearby light source. I'm assuming it's a sun, looks sunlight like to me, and it will fry the cold-blooded creatures because too much of a temperature change would be catastrophic for their internal circulatory systems. So frying to a sizzle like bacon, the chameleons of
Fried lizard.
fried
I
lizard.
think you can get that in Arizona.
Yeah, probably. That's my plan.
And now we make our way to you, sir.
Presto! Yes. Everyone else seems to have the problem well in hand, thanks to my noble leadership. As such, I can think of exactly one thing that I should do. That is, I will pull out my smoke pellets and vanish in a puff of smoke, reappearing magically next to one of the iguanas, who I will then force to smell my boutonniere,
Oh, not
sucking
the
down
boutonniere.
the knockout gas and
knocking him out, because that's what knockout does.
Better hope you win this one, because if you lose that, you're going to throw down the wrong kind of pellet again.
Pellets for days!
Pellets per day.
I'll vanish!
Dang it.
Oh!
That's again. So embarrassing.
So we have a rabbit in a hat doing magic tricks. The Death Blossom.
5-point sloth, star roll,
Death Blossom.
death blossom of doom.
I like Cold Fusion Cargo Pants. That's an even better name.
Yes.
Cargo Chaps.
Cargo
Chaps.
Yes.
Oh.
Technobabble Lizard Barbecue.
They come up with way better names. I love it.
You just gotta let them do it. That's what they.
I've had to go first on the rule of cool last 3 rolls of cools. I'm always by the end, I'm like, oh, why didn't it? I need to like, wait. Next time, on the 4th
I'm
one.
always like, whoa, why didn't I?
Don't feel bad. I've only gotten to do one as a player, and I utterly failed.
I just lean into the failure. Just go with it.
Yeah. I like, yeah.
Let's get
Oh, come on!
It looks like a fairly close one.
It does look pretty close. I don't like this
I
closeness.
never look at it.
Oh.
I can't stop touching
It's right there,
it.
though.
So far, it sounds like Technobabble Wizard Barbecue is the current winner. But it's not over yet.
It's the assless chaps the polar bear's wearing, probably. That's my guess.
All chaps are assless.
Of course, they're assless. You're a polar bear.
Yeah, if they weren't assless,
They're not bearless.
You're not a donkey. What are you thinking, silly professor?
Here we go. Poll closed. Winner is Jenica with the Technobabble
Nice.
Wizard Barbecue, straight from Arizona.
Well played.
Thank you, chap.
Let's make everyone who has to make their rolls do their stuff first.
I reach into my pocket,
I can't
where
make that
I
roll.
keep my pellets, bring out a giant heaping handful, and exactly as my cohort said, fling them to the ground, saying, "Baha! Rabbit cadaverate!" Only to realize these were the wrong pellets.
Why do you store
And
your
you've now
pellets?
stained your hand.
Why? Why do you keep those pellets?
I don't know. I blame the animator. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. She's doing it. Okay.
I might have cleaned my paw on her.
Oh no. Presto.
It was Foxman. What are you talking about? You should be disgusted.
Wasn't me. If I was
and
marking my
embarrassed.
territory, you'd know it.
I have
Actually,
to start.
You know, funny you mention it, Pax. Presto does have a henchman.
I was going to say I'm sorry to quickly interrupt.
Rocket pack away!
I would not wipe my hands on you. That would be the wrong thing to do. Instead, I shall call for Priscilla. And my trusty potato bug assistant shall appear to clean off my paw for me.
He has a trusty potato bug assistant. Her name is Priscilla.
Thank you. My fur is now happy again.
Typically, she is relegated to dragging the luggage.
Priscilla.
Do I need a jetpack check?
Heroics, of course.
Heroics. A heroics and -10 or -5?
-5 heroics.
All right. 9. So I missed it by 5.
No.
Like I made it.
You made it by 5 and 5 minus. You right on.
So I made it exactly.
You stomp tails, just exactly as you said you did.
Take that, lizard butts.
How about that Death Blossom?
I'm collecting them also as I fly by.
Could I have a
So you'll have a
snack?
tail to tell later?
I could
Several.
snack on them.
I begin my special 5-point sloth.
Oh, you
star
began it like
roll.
15 minutes ago. We're talking about it now.
We've now caught up to where I am mid-glorious roll.
And
There's
we'll come back to
joy
you next round.
on my face.
There's joy.
I love this stuff.
Why don't you give me an associated roll to use your martial arts moves?
Would this be under
Taekwondo flow.
Taekwondo?
In fact, it would be under Taekwondo.
Flow.
Oh yeah. She killed it.
At a minus 5
beat
penalty.
She
it
still killed it. by
Still
5.
killed it by 5?
Yeah.
by 5.
Even with.
Even
So in true
with my penalty.
horrific fashion, these 14 poor, unfortunate wizard iguana soldiers
Evil Chameleon Empire.
Evil Chameleon Empire
Stormtroopers. Come on
are in
now.
sequence. Their tails removed by stomps, then their arms pinned to their sides by shuriken, and then cold fusion cooked like bacon.
Just as I directed. Well done, team.
Cowabunga!
Cowabunga. That's the word. How?
Actually, wouldn't it be polar bearabunga?
I like cows. They're tasty.
You've eaten.
You seemingly have dealt with the ambushed
Cow?
soldiers lying in wait on the colony. But what fate awaits the miners?
We should free them.
Let's go.
Searching through.
I
most
think
of the
we
town.
should go and investigate where the miners are. Leadership check.
Wait, hold on.
I failed by 4. I rolled a 7.
It's really bad, leader.
No, I rolled a 9. I still failed by 4. That's the correct math.
You have the leadership skill?
At 5. It's no boating, but I like
Oh, I
it.
use knowledge tactics, don't I?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll try that too.
I made mine by 10.
I fail my tactics by
Kid
7.
Foxman, you believe the miners are probably hiding in the mine.
If it were me and I was a miner, the place I would go hide would probably be the mine.
Yes, that's what I said. They would be in the mine.
You
We should-
literally just said that they weren't in the mine if they knew what was good for them.
You fell for my clever ruse, Foxman.
Once again, you have put one over on me,
Exactly.
Sergeant Presto.
Let us go.
Let's go do Presto's idea of looking in the mine, like I just said.
That's Lieutenant Commander. I should be.
I told you
Captain
already,
Presto.
Lieutenant Commander is not a rank in the Mamelon Navy.
When my paperwork goes through, then I am sure the higher ups will see the error of their ways, and I will be duly promoted.
Do you have any of those lizard tails?
Yeah, I got like 14 of them right here.
May I have some?
Are you going to eat any part of them?
I'm hungry.
You do keep a stash of fish on.
Excellent. If you don't want me to eat a lizard tail, I could eat one of my fish, but
Yeah,
it's
no, here's a can
a
of salmon.
Ooh.
Oh,
Captain Foxman always has you covered.
Thank you,
that's
Captain.
so.
I roll. Just working on something over here with these tails. Don't even worry about it until later.
Okay, if you
Making your way into the mine, you stumble across the prairie dog miners. The colony is terrified, but they are ecstatic to see the hero of the galaxy, Captain Kit Foxman, and his crew. there to
Have
save
no
them.
fear, miners, for we are here to save you.
They have an object with them, which strikes. Well, none of you is particularly strange except for you, being as you're closest to pilot. This object, about the size of a basketball, is distinctly not animated.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Something strange about that thing.
May I investigate your orb?
Oh, wow. I mean, that's a way to get a date, I guess.
I do not want a date. I want to investigate the orb.
Right. Hey, and when she's done, can I investigate your orbs too?
Orb singular.
You see how it sounds? Oh, you just
Orb.
want one? Okay, great. I'll take the other.
There's only one.
This was a lesson. I'm sure we all learned something.
Orb.
Jinx. 1.
While this is going on, I'd like to go over and investigate
Two.
the object.
Made of some sort of unknown material.
Be careful, in about an hour and a half, you're gonna owe her a coat.
It's
I know.
just not right. That just screams shouldn't be here.
Can Thomas run any kind of...
4.
Yes, very much so.
I rolled 11,
does she
you
have
get
to
15,
count
and
to?
those sorts of skills. Make it by 4.
20 by 4.
7.
There's
Actually, this is important. I make it by 13.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll burn my buff.
All right. There's a
Hey,
symbol
kids,
on the side
just
that
in time
is.
for Christmas. The latest Galaxy Tales action figures.
Oh.
Sojourn with awesome Death Blossom action.
Yes!
Professor North with Cowabunga Cold Fusion. Kit Foxman with heroic poses. And Testo with a massive chip on his shoulder.
The biggest chip.
Cool.
The biggest chip ever. My
Can
chip
we just
is
talk
bigger
also
than
about
any
Green
chip.
Paradox
Thank
on
you.
the
Thank you.
before it?
Well played.
So
If it,
good.
that is totally the theme song to Star Blazers, which is what I was thinking of when we decided on the name of the Mamelons. It was totally fighting for the Camelons. We won't stop until we.
So funny. Do we have another cool?
Thank you.
It's
Yes.
Friday. I'm getting up
I
early
didn't
because they're
burn a
definitely
cool
going to
for
fire
all,
the
sorry,
wave
that's my
motion
fault.
gun
That's a
today.
new one.
No,
That's another
new
new
one.
one. Oh, we
That's a
got
new
one?
one. Yeah.
Oh, that is another
Ew.
one.
That's a
I did use
brand
it.
new rule of cool.
Holy crap.
It's something to throw out after you throw them out.
Oh, I'm totally going to combo it. You know I'm going to combo
That's
it,
how you
right?
do it.
Yeah, I'm going to combo it. I have to. It'll be more fun that way. You examine this, you do recognize, Thomas recognizes the symbol. It's from Sentinel City.
Oh, pellets.
What did you find? Oh, pellets.
It's the Titan logo.
I see a T on the orb.
Just want to check something really quickly here. Crash, Dr. Clarkson.
Don't worry, I'm in here, bud.
Since I'm close,
In there at all?
I kind of know
Anyone?
it.
I'm right here, man.
Not as close as him,
It's
but
me.
you still have a glimpse. Your pilot is not gone.
But she's full avatar.
Right.
So.
I
Aquamarine? No one home. Okay.
I'm home, Presto.
Yes,
She
you are.
can still
So
see and hear ya.
does anyone else happen to recognize this logo?
That's the Titan logo.
Correct. And do you notice that the...
Oh, that doesn't go here.
No. And look at the style of drawing. Drawing.
it's three-dimensional.
It's not drawn.
Correct.
That's like metal or something. And not just paper painted gray.
I believe this is one of the anomalies that the.
Great, so mission accomplished. Let's get out of here.
Just then,
Suck
your
it,
radios
Fergus.
crackle and the sound of a chameleon empire voice that Captain Kit Foxman knows all too well comes. So, Captain Foxman, we meet again. You will not escape my clutches this time. Surrender yourselves and the object, or I will bombard this mining colony into oblivion. So much for your cleverness now, Captain.
Wow.
What will our brave heroes do now? Trapped by the evil Admiral Sliss, can our heroes outfox him this time? Stay tuned to find out. And everything goes black and gray again.
Okay, we've got about 2 minutes to figure out what we're gonna do.
Sojourn is completely black and gray also, and not moving.
You Crash, that was you?
That's me. I'm here.
Fantastic. Oh, interesting. So is it possible that during these commercial breaks that the avatar is no longer fully cognizant of what is going on?
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, we're on a commercial break.
Interesting.
Okay.
By that extension then, Aquamarine, are you...
No.
No, she's not. The lights are on, no one is home.
Okay.
We'll
Though
have
it's
her
hard
back
to
in
tell
one.
in that avatar.
True.
Yeah, she might be trying to talk right now. We don't know.
What should we do?
Well, I mean, obviously we have to have a plan to stop this, what was his name?
Admiral Sliss!
Admiral Sliss.
A longtime adversary of Captain Kit Foxman.
Okay. The old enemies?
He's been in more than 70 episodes with you.
Oh, okay, so we've done this a while.
On the plus side, this means that we've defeated him before. Or at least
Right.
our avatars have.
Which means that he
Yes,
is...
70 times previously you have defeated.
Which means that we beat him a lot.
Yes.
Which means he's expecting us to, but probably... Okay, I'm guessing he's a villain. We're heroes, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. That means he is stupid and arrogant.
Ah, excellent. Just like my avatar.
I thought you were one of the good guys.
He is. However, I am not quite certain that he would necessarily have always
You're the
been.
one that learns a lesson every episode.
Correct.
Okay, I got this.
Okay, so we have.
And why did I collect all these tails?
I don't know why you collected table. I thought it was to feed the polar bear.
My assumption is that the commercial will be ending soon, and we should come up with some sort of plan before we are stuck using these.
What do they mine here?
Let me see what we have here.
Do we know where the bad guy is? So we could just travel to him as well.
It's a paper mine. They mine paper.
Okay.
Yes. You heard that right. It is a paper mine. The prairie dogs mine the rocks for paper.
They're not very successful.
No. This is why prairie dogs don't really run anything.
Or write anything.
They're the stupidest of the dog breeds, and that's saying a lot.
They're convinced one of these days they are the animal equivalent of alchemists.
No, paper's really important,
Turn
guys. Come
this
on.
rock into
Don't
paper.
belittle these poor prairie dogs in their societies.
Paper is the future. Why send information digitally when we can cut down trees, pulp them, and write things down on them physically?
We chop rocks and pulp them and make paper out of it.
Rock paper.
Rock paper.
They don't strip mine for paper anymore.
Yes, which means
It's
the
all
most valuable
ecologically
tool in the
friendly now.
universe are rock, paper, scissors. Which is the only thing you can cut rock, paper
Thank
with.
you for getting my joke. Thank you. Thank you.
Aww.
A lot of build up for that.
Aww.
So, they mine paper.
With scissors.
Yes, and this recurring villain is apparently attempting to do something.
But these miners are prairie dogs, yeah?
Yes.
Do we get the sense this guy is communicating from a ship, or is he down on the level with us?
I think he's probably on that giant scorpion battleship up above in space that was waiting behind that moon.
This would give him a tactical advantage.
You have, run into the giant battleship several times.
How have we defeated it in the past?
Oh, all kinds of ways you've disabled. In every way you've ever seen a cartoon has happened. Tricked him, beaten him in a fair fight,
Right.
beaten him in a not fair fight.
Right.
Outran him,
Right.
lied to him, cheated.
Right. Okay.
How many
Became
miners
friends in
are
one
there?
episode. So became friends in
There
one
are
episode.
100 miners in this colony.
Excellent. Okay.
He has demanded your surrender, and the commercial break ends. Sojourn is back in full color along with everything else.
Okay, Sojourn, here's what happened during the commercial break. We decided to have a plan. That's really as far as we went with it. Oh, wait, no, I did come up with one.
What?
Weird.
What was the plan? I lost the plan.
Oh, I can't tell you. That's the worst.
That's so typical of you, Foxman.
Commander General Sliss?
A pause.
Admiral Sliss, this is Captain Kit Foxman of the Armadillo.
Captain.
Sliss.
Clearly, you have bested us this time. We were not prepared for your greatness, and your warriors have soundly defeated us yet again. We surrender unconditionally. Please send down a squadron of your soldiers to collect these miners for your slave pits. No tricks!
I'm not interested in the miners. I want you and the object.
Oh.
Captain.
You know there's more of us here, right? I mean, you always just talk to Captain, but you recognize that he has a crew. I mean, there are 3 others of us who are equally...
Hold on. Do you hear me talking to the Admiral's janitor during these conversations?
That
was
not
low, Foxman.
Nice.
That was low. I'll remember that, Foxman.
You remember everything, Presto!
Yes, I do!
Every slight, imagined or otherwise. I got one real one in 70 episodes, and you're crawling up my fox about it.
Your foxhole?
Indeed.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty nice. You're always mean to me, and I have never laid a paw on you.
That's true.
I mean, I'm a predator.
Into you,
I
Foxman.
eat rabbits.
So do I.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
Neither do I, Presto.
This sounds really tense. Can you just surrender?
No. No. Remember that thing we said about surrendering unconditionally? We totally do that. Quick, everyone. Here's my plan. Mute. All right. We're going to put on these uniforms. of these fallen soldiers and wear their tails so they won't be able to tell that we are in fact not us. Meanwhile,
so
we will
glad.
dress them up in our clothes and bring them aboard as prisoners.
Hold on, I can fashion quick fur.
No need. As we are at a paper mine, all we have to do is use that giant shredder right there to use the paper and put it through it to simulate fur.
No problem. I can configure it. Hold on. I just have to take the ventral bipolar rendition assembly and fix it.
Vengeful.
Ventral.
bipolar?
Ventral.
Your whole job is just to sneak up behind the Admiral. You should start now.
Good idea.
Now, presto,
Kit.
you need to do the most important thing.
Sounds about right.
Since I'm going to be dressed as a guard, well, we need somebody to create the distraction.
Thought we were all dressing as guards.
Well, I mean, if you want to dress as a lowly guard, I thought maybe you'd want to take point on this mission.
Of course, I think I should take point.
Maybe, lead the operation.
I should. I am, as you said, Foxman.
Well then, distraction then.
Remind me what my distraction looked like.
I'm going to leave it to your very apt imagination.
I think
but
I'll come up with it on my own.
But, if it were me and I was a magical rabbit, I would do something involving, I don't know,
Magic.
magic.
Just as I planned.
All right. Everybody has their assignments? The
Wait.
prairie dog miners, if they want to also be a couple of the extra stormtroopers, we could stack them on top of each other's
As
shoulders.
much as they would love to bask in the presence of Kit Foxman, they are terrified of the wizard soldiers.
Well, they just have to peek out their heads for a second, don't they?
They are terrified of the wizard soldiers.
Very well. Maybe a rousing speech will convince them. Prairie dogs! Miners! Paper miners! Your jobs don't mean much to anyone who's ever sent an email. But you've got heart. Tiny little mammal hearts deep within your tiny little mammal bodies. What I really need is for 6 of you to get on top of each other's shoulders and wear this suit. Just 6. There's like 50 of you little guys.
100, actually.
And I see you over there whimpering and yipping, poking your heads out every once in a while to see what I'm saying.
I have knowledge of chemistry. I could make a brave serum.
Great, we can drug them. That's perfect. Maybe that'll be plan B.
Your rousing speech gets 6 brave volunteers to stand on each other's shoulders and don wizard soldier armor. They distinctly do not look like an iguana soldier.
No,
Give them
they
a-
look like 2 prairie dogs stacked up on top of each.
Give them a tail.
Oh yeah, the tail.
Much better.
Your disguise complete. There are prairie dogs stacked on top of each other in wizard armor with lizard tails attached to them. They are distinctly non-iguana looking.
Oh, I shall use my skills in theatrics
To make them walk the right way.
make them walk the right way. And I make it on the dot with a 16.
The lizard dropship to collect you lands, piles out several more iguana soldiers who walk right past the stacked up prairie dog iguana soldiers, seemingly not noticing the fact that they have prairie dog heads, not iguana heads. And they herd you into the ship and take you up into orbit and aboard the battleship. This entire time, they still just maintain that those prairie dogs are not prairie dogs. Even asking them questions and having lizard people conversations, which prairie dogs clearly can't understand. But whatever noise they're making seems to make sense.
It's like, ee!
Brought aboard the battleship, you are marched to the bridge, where Admiral Sliss awaits.
Wait, we're all processed.
Yeah, here we all are.
I thought you were in disguise as well.
I am.
Where is Captain Foxman and the object?
Right here, Sliss.
Take off the disguise.
Great.
Trapped aboard the Scorpion and surrounded. All hope seems lost for our heroes. Can they do the impossible? We'll find out after these important messages. And everything goes black and gray.
Okay.
Why did you end your disguise right then?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Neither does the fact that those prairie dogs passed as iguanas.
Apparently it's part of my plan, but I don't know what that is.
The plan? You don't know the plan?
As soon as the commercial stops, I know exactly what the plan is. I got it all worked out. But we get here, I don't know.
Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe you should share it with us and we'll remember.
I would if I remembered any of it right now.
Great.
Apparently this Foxman character likes to play things closer to the vest.
I don't think Foxman knows what he's doing.
That
I
might
think
be
he
why
might.
Presto dislikes him so much.
Wait, you think that's it?
Well, I mean, that and Presto is kind of a prat.
Right, see, because that's where I was with it. I thought maybe he was a prat and that maybe Foxman's okay. I mean, if I'm the prat, that's fine. But tell me now.
So when the commercial ends and we find ourselves back in this confrontation, just roll with it, is what I'm understanding?
Well, I think so. I mean, but what if I'm the comic relief character?
What if we made the polar bear angry? We heard the polar bear does something crazy when it's angry.
Yeah, but we don't know what that is. It could be a hula dance for all we know.
I have this feeling that the polar bear would get real hungry for lizard.
Well, then let's save that.
We don't want to eat all the lizards on the ship?
Hey kids, it's Saturday morning. What are you having for breakfast? I hope it's a big bowl of chameleon tails. Tasty, nutritious, and just ever so slightly crunchy in a sort of disturbing way. And they turn your milk purple. Hashtag MetaPoint, hashtag triple
Thank
point.
you.
Thank you.
I'd love to move a point away so that I can participate in the commercial breaks.
You are no longer black and gray.
Oh, welcome back.
Hey,
How's being a sloth?
Okay, I was just telling them.
so great. It's just relaxing and I am not thinking much.
It's like being on vacation.
A little bit.
All right, so in case we get switched, what are you doing for a distraction?
For distraction?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I hadn't worked anything out.
Magic.
Minor interruption. Just know that we at this point have reached in the store. You've unlocked your boosted ability.
I don't know what it is.
Thank
Swarm
you.
Call for you.
Oh, okay.
It's a one use.
One use swarm.
One use. But you all
Wait,
have
is this the
unlocked your
buff?
boosted ability.
Yeah.
The buff.
Oh my
No,
god.
your buff is your buff. Each
Oh.
person has a boosted ability. Again, I didn't have a sheet.
Yours is the taking over of machines,
Swarm.
and yours is time shift, right?
I mean, I think the simple.
I think it's
Sure.
self-explanatory. Yep, it says so.
Yep.
I know I have to stand.
Shift. We love our shirts, by the way. Thank you.
I
Love them.
They're awesome.
Super
I
awesome.
think the most likely, or regardless of what the rabbit may be intending, it does seem to me that I should have enough ability as myself to take over this spaceship if we needed to.
The commercial break-ins. Curses! It's a trick! Get them! Roll initiative.
26.
26 for Professor North.
Wow.
9, 23 plus 2. 25 again.
25 for Captain Foxman.
25 as well.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
25 for Presto, and neither one of them is willing to move aside for the other.
Wait,
So.
plus ACV.
Yes.
27.
27. Oh!
ACV?
I added my mind,
And Sojourn the Sloth.
which apparently
18.
don't know what I'm doing.
18. And all wizard guests have a 14. Before we start it, I want to melt down.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah!
Oh man, I had an idea too. Okay.
So let's see who ends up with who.
Oh yes. Weird.
Why don't you take Presto and pass him to Sarah?
Thank you.
Let's see where Professor North ends up. Professor North is going to end up right next to you there. And that makes the last part really easy.
Down here. There you go.
Oh, because I have.
You will be our Captain Kit Foxman. And you will be Sojourn the Sloth for the rest of the This is just lovely.
Right.
Do you want to do the hat?
I'm afraid my wig will come off.
Okay, then no.
That's why
I mean my aquamarine hair.
And we will start the round, switched bodies, in the chaos on the bridge of the ship. Iguana soldiers, Admiral Sliss, prairie dogs dressed up like iguana soldiers, and yourselves.
Do we keep the initiative that we had as people?
I attach initiative scores to the avatars that rolled them. So,
Alright, so
I'm going to call North.
Oh, shoot.
Professor North is the first person to go, because Professor North got a 26 on initiative. So whoever is occupying Professor North
That's me.
is up.
What do you want?
Hashtag MetaPoints.
Ooh, thanks, chat.
Thank you so much.
I need your character sheet and not just your gun.
Oh, all right.
Look at that. What's here?
About a dozen or so iguana soldiers, another half dozen monitor lizard soldiers. The Admiral, his tiny little skink attendant who never leaves his side.
Okay.
And the prairie dogs pretending to be iguana soldiers.
I say, cover me! And I head over to the main console while shooting. Behind me, not well. Just
No, terribly in
It's
fact.
still the cold-blooded seeker, though, so.
It's terrible shooting, but they're just arcing around the room. They have a penchant for striking the backside of the target.
All right.
Usually accompanied by a yelp and a little leap.
And when I get to the console, I'll begin my true work.
Excellent. All right, Professor North. Moving on would be who is in the body of Presto.
That's me.
Alright, so my plan is that I'm going to take my wand, do damage electricity to the thing. The place with the buttons, the controls.
The controls console. Excellent. All right.
That was my plan.
That is a good plan. Give me some magic on those consoles.
I got a 14, and my magic is 18. Straight and stage.
You want to use the other
Real?
one for this.
Oh, then I've missed it by 4.
You hit the computer system. You get a bonus that you haven't used yet if you want to use this now from the beginning of the Patreon roll thing.
Oh, mine.
You can
Yeah,
use
let's
the
do that.
Patreon to
I would
make
like
this.
to do that. So then I
All
Beat
right.
it by 1.
Beat it by 1. Lightning hits the console, and all over the bridge, little bolts of lightning leap out and strike into iguana soldiers, sending them hopping and leaping through the air, running around the bridge with smoking tails.
That is leadership. Aha!
These weapons are decidedly non-lethal. Who is in the body of Captain Kit Foxman?
Me! Okay, explain everything again for me. We got everyone surrounding us.
Yes, you have a
But
bridge
they're
full of
flying
lizard creatures run there. Yes, some of them have been shocked on their backsides.
Every
some
time
have
you say
been
lizard,
shot.
I think you say wizard. Okay, some of them have been shot. Where's Sliss?
Standing near his lovely admiral's chair, not to be confused with the captain's chair. He's an admiral, not a captain.
Haha, I'm the captain. Sliss, I want you to know that I'm 5 steps ahead of you. Do you know this? How do you feel right now?
Foolish captain, I prepared for your foolish escape attempt before you came aboard. You cannot outfox me this time.
Well, I knew that you were going to prepare for my attempted escape, and I am prepared for your preparation. And then, with my jetpack, I fly around, around Sliss, and he's trying to get me, but I'm not letting him. And then I kiss him on the cheek. And then I move, hover backward a little and go.
While it goes.
Give me a heroics check.
Great. That wrong one.
Take that, you slit.
Sliss. Ooh. I beat it by 11. No, 9.
Disgusting! He is incapacitated this round, wiping the saliva from the fox kiss off of his
How
face.
does it feel to be outfoxed once
Kiss
again?
by a mammal!
And that was my turn.
Sojourn?
Do I understand correctly that the electrical frying has already occurred of the control systems?
Not necessarily frying, the bolt of lightning went in and then went out of different consoles. It was pretty slick. Almost magical.
But we're on the ship with the bad guys.
Yes.
And our ship is elsewhere.
Correct.
And we have the object with us.
Correct.
I'd like to use my one single word of wisdom and just say, energize.
Wow,
Well
Sojourn.
done.
And beam us back to our ship.
Can always count on you.
You could do the object, but you couldn't get the people off the bridge without hurting them. There are too many moving life forms. But you could get the inanimate object.
Yeah.
Excellently done, Sojourn. The prairie dogs pile out of the armor, which stays standing for a good 3 or 4 seconds after they run out the bottom and head for the exits. They're like rats. And those are the immediate targets of the lizard soldiers near them, which turn to attack these suits of armor that were prairie dogs, only to find them unoccupied. Sliss is rubbing the saliva off of his face and demanding that his skink attendant bring him forth a handkerchief to wipe it with.
Skink attendant.
Priscilla,
Such a skink.
get the attendant.
Priscilla, why don't you come join us?
Ours.
Leaving only
I
monitor
meant
lizard
this.
soldiers to
Come
attempt
back.
to do combat with you. 2 attempt to wrestle Professor North away from
No.
the console.
No. No. Busy.
It's kind of like seeing 2 little kids try and move a piano.
As a defensive action, I sit.
And nothing. They can't even budge them.
Theoretically, I'm 5 times your body mass. That's how that works, right?
Indeed, yes.
Another pair of them fires at Presto, and one of them is uncomfortably close and burns a hole through that hat. Your prized hat has a hole in it. This seems to happen at least once every 3 episodes.
Oh no, Presto, it happened again!
It happened
again!
Like Daffy's beak getting shot on backwards.
We'll find it. It's like
Yes, exactly,
Exactly
like
like that.
Daffy's beak getting shot on backwards.
It never happens to you, Fox.
It never ever does. None of the bad stuff ever happens.
Why my
It's
hat?
really
Why
frustrating.
always my hat?
Maybe because it reflects your attitude.
2 of them fire at the
Touche.
form of Sojourn. One has a success.
I'd like to use my buff, Too Slow for the Eye, where I perform a full round of actions starting and ending in the same point, completely
Alright.
unobserved. The last round, I deactivated their weapons. I couldn't tell you then because I was too fast.
Very well done. Good use of a buff. The weapons have been powered down and click harmlessly when fired at you. Nicely done, Chris. Nicely done. I am impressed. That puts us back to a top of a round, and we've got a rule of cool to use, and all these guys on board this ship, so we might as well use it, but let's pass everybody back to their home place first.
Hard to speak that slowly. Mucho props and respect to you.
Thank
Thank you. A rule of cool, eh?
A rule of cool indeed.
With a little more effort, Sojourn, you could probably get them transported off the ship, but you need to remove some of these warm bodies or cold bodies first, or perhaps find a way to differentiate the temperature a little more.
I'll start now.
Well, our top of the order
That's what
is
you're at the
north.
console for, is
That's
the
what
heaters.
I'm at the console for heaters.
Whatever he put you there for. I'll
could
leave that
be-
for him to discuss with
If
you.
we want to make them more cold, we could put on the air conditioning and we would stay warm and they would be cold.
That's exactly what I was doing.
I think you can sleep.
Okay.
Professor North, will you give me a relevant ability roll there?
Okay. I beat it by 2. Because it's
Excellent,
science,
done.
all of it.
Yes, that is true. Science, all of it. Excellently
Are we doing
done.
rule of cool this round?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we are going to rule of cool, so yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
I
then let me
screwed
come
that
up with something better.
That's my fault.
All right.
And it shouldn't go. It should go reverse order for rule of cool. So Sojourn should say what she's doing first.
No.
Thank you for the reminder, Christian. So Sojourn, give us your rule of cool. I love how they give you guys multiple. I never got to do multiple rule of cools.
It's a
I'm
fun
jealous.
thing.
It's very fun.
It is my favorite thing on that board.
Yeah. Meltdowns are pretty fun. Too.
Okay, can you
Yeah, they are fun.
describe the scene
You
in
have
one
a bridge
sentence?
full of wizard creatures, the
yeah.
iguana soldiers and monitor wizard soldiers, who have now useless weapons, thanks to you, not you.
Me, not
Yeah, you, not you.
me.
Professor North seems to be doing something at one of the
Me.
consoles. You're sure just a moment ago that you knew Kit was up to something, but now you're not so sure?
Sure, right. Oh,
Like, you're pretty sure he doesn't actually understand what the word plan actually means.
rule of cool time. Yeah.
You're still shooting backwards. I'm assuming.
Oh no, I was working on the computer once I
Okay.
got there.
Got it.
I was just shooting on the way to the computer.
But you sat down to.
And they are still doing everything they can to try and tug you out of that chair.
All right, then. Since Professor
North.
N is working hard, I'm going to very slowly go over there and put up my slothy arms by the bear to block those lizards from their pokings.
Excellently done. You are defending Professor North.
Very cool, right? It's a rule of cool. I totally forgot in the middle of that.
Yes.
Oh, it's cooler than that, though. Because
And I'll tell you about it.
cool element. I know you want me to hurry up, and yet you gave me a character who talks slowly.
And yet.
And I'm supposed to think of the rule of cool first again. And I'm not thinking of anything cool.
Well, you know, it's the whole bad initiative sloth that just...
Okay, no.
Hand in hand.
No. Where's the object? Where's the object?
We teleported it back
You.
to our ship.
I
It wasn't
did it.
you.
Right,
And transported
neither, not
back
me.
to the ship.
Okay, we got
It is
the...
aboard the armadillo.
All
Safe
right.
in the cargo hold.
Okay, alright. When I go over there and I do that, I somehow communicate to the lizards that they don't have to poke the bear. They could just sit down and think about it.
Consider their life choices.
That's the cool twist. Next.
Kit has the
Hope
next
you all
lowest, and
enjoy.
it would be next
I'm
to
at
mine.
25.
Extra
Yep, I have
time
26
there.
and 27.
Think
That's
of
higher
your
than you.
cool.
Oh. You
Yeah.
guys can go all straight to hell. We
Sorry, Christian.
There's nothing happening to be cool. Yeah, we're just on a bridge with a bunch of lizards, right?
Yes, and an admiral.
Right. I mean,
Your old Captain Kit's longtime rival,
yeah.
who he has thoroughly embarrassed in a variety of fashions.
I'm saving up for my checkmate, so I'm not going to do anything super cool.
Okay.
All right, I would like to attempt this round, since we're doing a rule of cool, to, in the very coolest way possible, fall over and hurt myself. Which I should, if we do this right, make it a -5, right? Outfoxed!
Play dead!
All right.
Okay. Play dead. This is a new one on Rule of Cool. I'm impressed.
I'm playing dead.
I'm not really sure what to do, but maybe that's his tactic.
I'm gonna lose this roll.
It's all
I
up
shoot
to chat.
myself in the head.
Play dead, apparently.
I'm just playing possum.
A 26 would be.
Okay.
I've got other things in the works right now.
Okay,
I got
so
us
my action is going to be one of my favorite things is pop culture and celebrity gossip, and so knowing that Skims Kardashian is the coolest of celebrities, and I want to cool down these reptilian scum, I'm going to project with the computer on the monitors Skims Kardashian being very cool while turning down the temperature in the cockpit such that they all start to slow down and freeze with the coolness of the air conditioner and Skims Kardashian.
I
That
think
is
that
quite literally a rule of cool.
Skim's sister Glowy is
Also,
cooler.
I'd like to pay my rent.
That is cool! Sorry.
On your phone, just a little bank transaction.
Falling down, playing dead, and paying his rent. Going for a new record there.
This is what happens when you put a rule of cool in a completely mundane circumstance.
No, we got all these bad guys there.
Sure we do.
Shall I go?
It's gonna be
Excellent! I have my idea. This is what I would like to do. Once per session, I am able to remove my top hat, doff it, as it were, pull any item out, and use it. I would like to do that. In this case specifically, the item that I would like to pull out, taking advantage of the rifts in time and metaverse that we are currently aware of,
Yep.
is the Chad Blaster.
That's right,
I would
break
like
the
to
metaverse.
pull Brad out briefly, fire it off at the group of iguanas, and make them all temporarily our friends. Such
Iguana
So you want to
friendship
pull
gun.
something from a different metaverse?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that's happening.
Pulling an object from a different metaverse out of his hat. Isn't that how we got here in the first place?
Yes.
Irony.
That's not what that is.
All right, guys.
There's a
We
different
can call
word for
that
not
one
learning from your
repeat
mistakes.
offender.
Who says I'm not learning from my mistakes?
Me and him.
Can I change mine completely?
Thomas.
They did the poll. It's too late.
Darn! I know what's gonna win, y'all.
Well, apparently playing dead and paying rent is the current leader.
Meditation.
I told you they were predictable.
Oh, I should have involved Sliss or Skims Kardashian.
I didn't think we had that many millennials in the audience, so where being able to pay rent was going to be cool.
Adulting
Aren't
don't
we?
know.
We're all
That was an
millennials.
income joke.
You just don't
are.
know.
Oh, you're not.
That's the second cum joke you've made today.
Oh. What time is it?
It's rule of cool time,
Baby.
so mine's
I
gonna
love
stay
you
the
guys.
same. I love them too. And
Yes.
All right, let's get the last votes in.
Woot woot.
If I could succeed at paying rent, I would vote for that every time
Right.
too.
you. Same Z's. Rent. It's due soon. Due soon. I paid rent 4 days late, but it was okay.
That's good. That's really good.
It's always the way it is.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Play dead and pay rent. Please describe it to me in the most spectacular fashion you
Nobody
can.
liked the warfare with air conditioning? No?
I like.
All right. Well, I immediately clutch my arm and then hold my chest and make little foxy noises.
I finally got him!
And then I'm gonna go completely Red Fox and be like, "Oh, it's the big one! Presto! Presto! I'm going! I'm walking towards the light," and I bump into a couple of soldiers. I bump and I fall like directly into Admiral Sliss.
My time has
And
come.
in doing so, I totally pickpocket his cred chip and use it to pay my rent on my phone. As I'm thrashing around.
I'm happy about this because we live together.
Oh, happy blaster! This is thy sheath!
No!
And I put the blaster in the holster, and then I just very, very gracefully die. And at the very end, my hand comes out and I drop a rose.
Oh.
And my rent is paid up to the rest of the year.
Every Chameleon soldier stops what they're doing and gives you a standing ovation for your performance, proceeding immediately back into the fight.
Some of them are having trouble to see through their tears, though.
Right.
Because it was really good.
Sure.
Even you're a little sad.
Because now you...
Will you give me a roll at -5, please,
Yes.
Professor North?
Yes.
Oh, Foxford.
I got a
miss
17, so -5 is 22.
You put it on the wrong channel, and instead of Skim Skardashian, you put on the learning channel, and it's great for you, but it's a really, really,
Ooh, I
really
wrote this
brutal
one.
program about bird reproductive systems, which couldn't possibly be more gross to the lizard guys.
I wrote this one.
It's the avian version of Reading Rainbow
Wait.
with LeVar Birdman.
Wait for it. This part's really good.
LeVar Birdman.
Butterfly in
I was
my
gonna
mouth.
say yes.
I should be flying south. Take a look. It's in a book. I read a book because I'm a birdman.
I'm a birdman.
I can fly anywhere because I'm a birdman.
Take a look.
Did we not think through this song before we started the show?
Friends to know and ways to grow. I'm seriously a birdman.
Seriously, a birdman.
I can fly anywhere.
I mean, seriously.
I literally have wings.
Of which I now
My wife lays eggs because I'm a birdman.
Almost as good at programming, apparently.
Yes.
So is there another that roll a -5 there for me?
You're all welcome. I'm still gonna watch my show.
I'm watching my pictures.
I'm watching my stories.
I'm watching my stories.
What am I rolling?
What skill do you think is
Dice.
relevant?
What were you trying to do again?
Long time ago.
Environmental adaptation? I also have some medicine on me in my fur.
You didn't smoke all of it before the show?
Nope, brought some for the reptiles.
Medicine.
I brought all the Adderall.
Environmental
They have sloth on the
adaptation.
show to give the kids don't do drug message at the end of each episode.
Right.
I mean,
This
seriously,
medicine
don't.
is
I forget what
legal.
your action was.
Chill circle.
Oh, that's right.
It was to distract
The lizards?
the lizards with.
How about some Taekwon slow?
There you go.
Okay, well, in that case, I beat it by
Remember the -5.
2.
2?
Yep.
It is very distracting, Taekwon slow. And shortly after, almost half of those iguanas are doing Taekwon slow with you in perfect formation.
But much faster because they're just not good at it.
Yeah, they can't go slow enough. They really gotta work on their slowness. They're moving too fast, it's too aggressive.
It's too much, y'all.
They need to just Slow down.
Slow.
And I'm there feigning a nap on the ground, comfortable in my living situation for the next month.
Rent is paid.
Good.
That's got to be like a new record. I gotta say, a new record.
I like what they said they were gonna pick the troll.
I'm guessing it's real magic.
You're gonna have to use real magic to try and pull Chad out of your hat.
What'd you get?
I got it.
What?
What'd you get?
I rolled a 5.
And it's a 5
Real
penalty.
magic, his score is a 10. I'm at a 5-point penalty.
You are.
5 plus 5.
Now,
is 10.
not only do you have a class of 6 iguana men who are doing Taekwondo slow to the best of their abilities.
Thanks, you just
they
wrote
are
season
also,
5.
They are also your friends.
Oh, awesome! Friends!
You now have a posse. Gee, what a surprise.
Me?
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
And the Chad.
Everybody
abides.
loves me.
And most importantly, the Chad abides.
Come on, man.
I don't even know.
Do it.
You can't play the
What?
chat for this one.
Oh, the chat abides. Yeah, that's what it says.
Wait.
That's what it says. The chat abides.
The Chad abides.
Show that you're.
Oh, the
You don't have that.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Kid Titan shirt today.
And as I showed you before.
Boobs.
Time shift! My boobs are just there. Because that's part of my
At the
anatomy.
end of all this craziness,
Holy
Admiral
sparkles.
Sliss, seeing his adversary finally defeated, exults and calls for more soldiers to storm into the bridge, who fill it from all sides, pointing weapons at you. I have you captured now, and your captain is dead. You have no chance. Surrender.
You have no knowledge of anatomy, correct?
Isn't this just like Foxman? In the middle of dangerous situation, to leave us hanging like this, to die in the middle of a combat encounter.
I don't think he... never mind.
Presto.
I make my complaining check.
Presto proceeds to incessantly complain about Foxman. While this is happening, Professor
I know,
Moore,
I'm sad he's
they
dead
have stormed the
too.
bridge.
Sad he...
Do you surrender? Do you fight? Do you continue working at the computer?
How does my anger work?
You haven't been hurt yet. Your
I haven't
anger
been hurt yet,
It's
okay.
based solely upon being hurt,
Got it.
which is fairly difficult
To
for
do.
most things
Got it.
to
I
do.
would like to theatrically complain and draw pretty much the attention of the iguana posse.
They are
Okay.
very distracted at the moment. You could probably continue working away.
Oh,
on the
I'm
computer.
working, and I'm going to try to fix the air conditioning so it gets really, really cold so that...
Give
we
me
can-
another of those science rolls.
All right.
Well, you've done this to us before, you know. Just
Oh, yeah,
abandoned us in the middle of nowhere.
I mean,
26,
Super beat that
25.
by 4.
You believe that you have access to the air control systems and have dropped the temperature significantly, though you won't know for sure for several moments.
I mean, technically, when he abandoned us before, it was me doing it. But
Presto,
still.
Presto, I didn't abandon you.
The corpse speaks.
As you can see, it was merely play acting. Using some of my theatrical skills.
Curses! He's alive!
You see, Slicks, we needed to buy a few moments. Because in case you didn't notice, some of your soldiers today were really just several prairie dogs stacked upon each other.
What?
Yes, they escaped during the battle. Meanwhile, Professor North has been working on the air conditioning unit, getting you to think that you were trying to lower the temperature of this room internally, when in fact my prairie dogs have been scuttling about the ship in the walls, eating the wires of the electricity and pulling the heat directly out of the core, jettisoning it into space.
Impossible!
The internal core of this ship should be below 40 degrees Fahrenheit within the next 25 seconds. You're probably noticing that you're getting a little bit drowsy.
This is impossible.
Now, part of the idea was we had to get as many of the lizards into the same room as possible. This hangar bay, the alarm going off, the distraction you provided, as well as the amazing Taekwondo slow, all factored into getting this entire legion of lizard troopers into this room, while the heat is being sucked out of it at an alarming rate. So, just to get things going, I would like to say, go to sleep,
go to sleep. You're a tired little lizard.
I am assuming that you just used your buff, sir?
Oh, and before you go night-night, checkmate.
Well done, sir.
That's from my ability, checkmate. I figured you probably knew that.
I did. I was just kind of waiting for you to say it. The lizards and iguanas and monitors fall fast asleep.
I do have to make
lethargic and cold on the deck.
I do have to make a heroics roll, and I am going to spend my +7 on it, which means that I made it. That's the wrong.
Yep. I don't know where you put your paper.
16, it is 14, 12.
I still have it. Sorry.
So I made it by 11.
They are all quite asleep and lethargic.
All right.
Lizard.
Time to make your escape.
Indeed.
Lizard anatomy.
We'll take their escape ships or whatever they use.
Excellently done.
I can hack that.
Of course you can. And hopefully you can fly, because my arms are tired.
I have swimming. It's not that different.
Having freed the miners from their terror threat, you escape back to the armadillo with the strange object in tow. Returning to Mamelon Prime to drop off the mysterious object with Commodore Crowley. On Mamelon Prime, you enjoy some nice respite from your continued adventures. But you know, something must just happen around the corner, for you are Captain Kit Foxman, and this is Galaxy Tales.
I'm eating fish. And then pulling out the carcasses, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
see the
yeah,
fish
yeah.
carcasses.
You're enjoying a lovely meal when you are interrupted by Commodore Crowley. They've stolen it. They've stolen the object. Those damned young adult non-genetically modified turtle ninjas stole it from its holding chamber.
Wait, what?
What?
We have.
The turtle ninjas, they took it.
Young adult, genetically modified turtle ninjas.
Okay, time out.
Young adult.
You're like, I can't fit it all
I
in.
think I see what they're trying to do here. I think I see what they're trying to do here. And frankly, we won't stand for it, Commander.
Everything goes black and gray. What is this strange object? What dangers does it hold? Can Captain Foxman and his crew retrieve it from the forces of the Chameleon Empire? Find out in the next episode of Galaxy Tales!
Galaxy Tales.
Thank you all for watching tonight's episode of Masters of the Metaverse.
What are the lyrics to the show?
Oh, I've got them for everybody. Don't worry. I'll send them this week.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome.
We'll see you all next week.
Love you, Chad. Thank you.
Hi, Chad. We love you. Have a great
Happy
week.
Metaverse
See
Monday.
you soon. Happy Metaverse Monday. We love you.